All right, everyone. For those tuning in now, apologies for the for the unfortunate mid PlayStation menu. I started to stream on the wrong tab, meaning the very first half of the opening of Lunar 2 Eternal Blue is actually under the Silver Star Story Complete tag, so I had to switch to the right tab so I could make sure that all of the footage from henceforth goes to the right section. Bear Kidney, welcome. You've missed Lucia's awakening and her two lines at the very, very beginning, as well as Galleon's very, very, very faint narration. I ended up having to increase the console game's volume level because of how quiet it was. But I think the rest of the game so far sounds pretty audible, but Galleon's narration was terribly muted. So we'll have to see how the rest of it goes. If there's any volume issues with me to the rest of the game, yes, it's been nothing but oh dears late with me, hasn't it? But hopefully everything should be fixed now. Let's go back into this. We are just about to tune in to our hero. Hero. Oh shoot, did did doing that I think doing that cut going to the home menu actually exited the entire cutscene, didn't it? You know what? We'll just do it live. We'll just do the whole thing over. It's not that big of a deal. It's fine. It's barely we've barely even scratched the surface of it. We'll just do the entire thing from scratch. I will be pumping up the console games volume to zero point 0.0 decibels.
Hanging silently in space, the world in the shadow of the blue star was once a lonely, barren place, unfit for habitation. However, Althena took pity on that world and transformed it into a place of beauty and wonder. She called the new world Lunar. Time and circumstance conspired to force Althena to populate Lunar with people from the blue star. And just as on the world from which they came from, life was held in a delicate balance. Through times of peace, war, chaos, and battle, the blue star loomed as the only constant in the new world. Thousands of years passed, burying the origin and purpose of the blue star in the sands of time. Eventually, the inhabitants of Lunar forgot why the blue star was there, or how it came to be, until a girl awakened that could join the two worlds, or tear them apart forever.
eternal blue.
This is not the proper time for my awakening. Something's gone very wrong.
And I had commented before everything kind of cut off that that was not the type of voice I was expecting from Lucia, but I don't dislike it either. I actually quite like it so far. It's just not what I immediately thought I would hear.
Ruby, did you say something just now?
For the love of Athena, please don't tell me you're hearing voices now.
I'm sure I heard something. I should have brought Grandpa's chisel. This is way harder than I thought.
Well, hurry up! The timer on the trap is almost run out!
Huh? Wait, what trap?
Don't let your guard down! Hero, you always get carried away like this!
I know, Ruby. Just leave it to me. Yeah! There! I got it!
Yay!
Bright sapphire jewel. It's beautiful, and it's all ours.
What's that rumbling?
Oh no, the exit's closing! Hurry!
Ah! The rope broke!
Ah!
Oh, Hero! Don't die on me! You just can't die!
I'm okay, Ruby. It's just a few bruises.
Phew, what a relief. Okay, that's it. No more exploring for us. I can't do this anymore, Hero. We always end up getting in some sort of trouble.
Shh, Ruby, listen.
What?
Ah! Come on, Ruby, let's get out of here! Well, looks like you've caught us in another messy situation. Oh, by the way, if you haven't figured it out, my name is Hero, and the flying cat is named Ruby. She says she's actually a baby red dragon, but believe her. She doesn't care, though. We've been friends for what seems like forever. My grandfather Gwyn is an archaeologist who taught us how to explore ancient ruins like this. Well, not exactly like this. Grandpa'd have a coronary if he saw me in this kind of danger. But you get the idea. I think it's so cool that these dungeons and ruins that time forgot can be found and explored by someone like me. The world I live in today is the result of things that happened long ago. Someday, I'll gather enough information from ruins like these to prove that.
Hero! Bust a move! I think we lost him! Hero! You dummy!
Whew, that was too close for comfort. One of those inferno ghouls singed my wings. But hey, it's just a small price to pay for that huge jewel we found. Uh-oh, we'd better head back to Grandpa's house before he starts to worry about us. Alright. Yeah, so one of the things we're going to have to get used to is the menuing is quite different. You can't just press triangle to go into save, you have to press square. And then go into several different menus before you get to the actual save itself. But now, let's go ahead and talk about what we're actually going to be doing with this playthrough. With this playthrough, we are going to do everything. We are going to get all of the things necessary for us to be able to platinum the game. That means doing everything in the main game, all bromides, the epilogue, all bromides in the epilogue, getting all of the characters in the epilogue, being able to beat the fight and get the true ending involving the epilogue. And I'm also going to be making a separate file to showcase an ending where we do not reunite with all of our party members. And I don't necessarily mean an ending as in like it's going to be a completely different ending, but there might be some like text variation, things of that particular nature. So we'll showcase us beating the epilogue with everybody and showcase us beating the epilogue without everybody. Obviously probably not both those things in the same stream, but you know, over time we'll be able to showcase both those things. So that's the goal overall with this particular game. And like I said, it's been 2 decades since I played this, and it's been about like and actually at this particular point, it's been like more like 3-something years since I've played the Sega CD version of this. So that's my last recollection of this. I have not played complete in forever. And I have a lot less exposure to this than I do of 1, which I've played in many forms, many variations, and so its plot, its locations, and things have stuck better over time than this. So I may be a little bit meandering and fumbling, especially when it comes to like what happens after this town, where I can tell you what happens after what town by heart for Lunar 1. So we'll go ahead and get started here. Tactics menu. For right now, we want Hero to be in the absolute front, first and foremost. Tactics 1, we don't want to start messing with these and auto-assigning tactics until we have more party members, so I think we're good. Everything in options is fine. We are good to go. Ruby to Hero, come in, Hero. This is the rock that nearly pasted us, remember? We can't go back into the dragon ruins unless we find another way inside. We're not going anywhere with this thing corking the cave. Okay, it does have different music now, but again, we still can't go back to that. Now it's the world map music. And this area here was not really in the Sega CD version, but this is basically their way of actually having encounters this early. Now, there we go. Is there an auto run option? There may not be. There is not. That is fine. We just have to remember to hold circle. First victory. Running away from all those flaming monsters and giant boulders really wore me out. Here, why don't we stand at the statue and send a prayer of love to Althena? I always feel better after a blessing from the goddess. I don't quite understand the running. I'm assuming we can run for a couple of seconds and then we immediately stop running, as opposed to it's something I'm doing wrong, which is kind of an odd feature. I will confess I've completely forgotten that was how this game works, which means dungeons are going to be a little bit annoying in that regard, because if you're running away from enemies, you have to time when you press circle, but that also means you're going to be walking at like a really terrible speed this entire time. Oh, interesting. So the right... Okay, so the controls are actually reversed. So AI was on the left, control was on the right for Lunar Silver Star Sword Complete, but AI is on the right and controls on the left. That's why when I hit this button to like control hero, I immediately started attacking people. Ultimately, AI at this point is fine. Hero does not really have a victory animation of much substance. We'll just kind of camp here for a little bit and get some... and try to get a level if we can. I didn't mean to talk over his voice line for Boomerang, but I guess I ended up doing that. Yeah, the running is going to take some getting used to. And just having to unorient my brain from AI being left combat right from Lunar 1. I'm wondering why they made that change from 1 to 2. Yo, I was afraid the fly was gonna attack us. Hey Cass, how you doing? We are playing the Eternal Boogaloo. Yes. Yeah, so it, which didn't take us very long to do, thankfully. Lunar 1 was not, did not take that long at all. Oh, I was Hero's level, so I didn't get to see the numbers go up. I hit X too quickly. One of the other features, and this is a feature that wasn't in the original game, it's simply on the remaster that I'm noticing, is that in Lunar 1 Remastered, after you win a battle, if you want to go ahead and slow down the combat battle speed to be able to see somebody's victory animation, you could do that by pressing L2. But in this version of the game, for reasons I don't really get, if you try to slow down the battle speed in the victory animation, you're not allowed to do it. So I don't really understand the logic of that one. I think we got the dragon ship.
Uh-oh, now what did we do? No way. Hero, look over there!
I'll tell you in a moment, Chaos, after this this cutscene here.
amazing. I wonder what kind of ship is able to move around without wind or sails like that.
Hey, you! Yes, you over there!
Who does this Joker think he is?
What are you doing in this area?
My name is Hero, and this is Ruby. Identify yourself.
I am White Knight Leo, leader of Althena's Guard, and this is the dragon ship Destiny. Now then, listen up! You kids need to evacuate these premises. I don't want to see any civilians accidentally caught in the middle of this thing. Return home immediately. Move it!
Not a bad White Knight, Leo. The deepness of the voice definitely fits. So Chaos, not different, not excruciatingly different. I was able to ease into like the combat speed and AI very easily. It was extremely convenient. I had like little or no problem. I mean, obviously the quality of life and voices were the main differences, but other than that, there really wasn't much changed from Lunar 1 on the PlayStation 1. It was basically very familiar. Now, I will say, going from Lunar 1 to this, while I picked up Lunar 1, even though, because you have to remember, when I played Lunar 1 Remastered, I had not played Lunar Silver Star Story Complete on the PlayStation 1 in about 20-something years. So, you know, I was expecting it would take a little bit of getting some used to, like, controls and setup and things. No, I picked up, like, extremely quick how to do everything. Now, Complete for Lunar 2 seems radically different, and it's gonna take a lot of getting used to. Like, you can only sprint for, like, a couple of seconds and then you stop, and the fact that all of the controls and everything are reversed and menus are all changed, it's just very, very disorienting. I'm wondering, I'm kind of off-put already, even though the Sega CD version is my favorite RPG ever made. I'm kind of off-put by this version already. This guy sure is bossy. It's definitely worth the buy. The biggest problem I've always had with the complete versions was just speed. Nothing was faster than the Sega CD version of 1 until this remaster. Because the part that always took longer were the dungeons, because combat became a lot more complicated. There were a lot more animations and things. You had to wait for voice lines to finish. So with the combat being 4 times faster, it's definitely efficient to play Lunar 1. So I think it's definitely worth it. If you could get a physical edition, that's great. I would only do it if when Gung Ho restocks. I would not pay $100 on eBay. If you want to get it digital, that's fine too. But I do recommend it. The voices are good, and the quality of life is definitely welcome. I'm definitely happy with it. Thanks for the warning, but we'll make our own decisions. Isn't that right, Hero? How amusing. Not only are you country folk rude and ignorant, but your pets are as well. What? I am not Hero's pet, mister, and don't you forget it. Excuse me, but you just said you're the leader of Althena's Guard. What is it exactly, and why would the goddess need you to protect her anyway? What? Are you so ignorant as to be unaware of the protectors of your world? Perhaps I should spare a moment to educate you, Hero. That is the name you spoke, is it not? Our world's approaching an era of darkness and destruction, Hero. It has been foretold. But prophecies are not set in stone. They speak of a possible future, not an inevitable one. And that is why you currently behold the dragon ship Destiny. Althena's Guard is here to wield the goddess's strength and save this world from cataclysm. Now that I have enlightened you, Hero, I again ask that you leave this place at once. And take your cat with you. I cannot guarantee your safety if you remain here any longer.
Helmsman, set a new course. Destination, Gwyn's Research Outpost.
Good luck on that. I think the first day they had them up for like 11 hours, and the restock sold out in 2. And I think people are just becoming hungrier for them and realizing, oh shoot, if these run out, they're going to sell for 100. And so now people that are like restocking, now whenever restocks happen, like scalpers are actually becoming available. Because I remember on eBay when the initial line sold out, they were actually selling for like 60, 65, which is kind of what you'd expect for like eBay markups and everything else. But then like all of this happened and everybody's just like going crazy. So just be on top of it if you can. I don't know if they announced their restocks on X or what, but you might get a notification bell. Good luck with you. Good luck trying to get one. I hope you could get it. Looks like someone needs to teach that guy what a cat looks like. I didn't like what he had to say either. An era of darkness, the destruction of the world? It creeped me out too, Ruby. What did he mean by that? And when he left, he shouted the name Gwen. What does he want with Grandpa? Gosh, speaking of Grandpa, he's going to be ticked if we're not home soon. Good point, Ruby. Let's get out of here. Good work, Ruby. Our first of hopefully many Ruby kills. Now, Ruby does more damage in this than she does on the Sega CD. So I've seen her hit up to 10 already. Her cap was 3, and then it was raised later to 6 after a certain story segment. Now, are they gonna respawn if I go back to the statue? So far, so good. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't mean to be negative about like so strong right off the gate, but this movement is gonna leave a lot to be desired. Like walking pitifully slow and then like waiting a couple of seconds to get a small burst is going to be a little bit grating. Sega CD, yes. Sega CD wins hands down. Herb. This may come in handy. And by the way, welcome, Alex. Yeah, everything definitely does seem faster in the Sega CD version. Dungeons are still longer than they ever were in Silver Star, but that didn't bother me really. You know, it was a little bit rough that you couldn't instantly and immediately flee every single fight like you could in the Silver Star. That was kind of a feature I wish had been allowed, but wasn't. Good luck with your stream. Hope it's a good one. Okay, got an herb drop. We'll head back to the statue just to get another... Oh yeah, I don't... So that's a completely new thing that was added to the 3DS version. I'll admit, I can't remember. It's been so long since I played Dragon Quest VIII. I cannot remember that... the picture taking it all. I'm assuming you use like your 3DS camera? But I can't remember if there was like some sort of camera side quest thing in the original or not. I only know like the basic core narrative, not like a lot of the side stuff that happened in 8. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Yeah, I just remember like certain overworld events, characters, story triggers, the Dragovian trials, all the fun stuff. Okay, see what I did there was I once again hit the AI button because I was trying to hit control because the complete got them reversed in their position. So this, I mean, I'm gonna end up losing. I'm gonna end up like really making myself have some miserable fights if I can't unlearn the buttons I need to press. Because I just played. I mean, I've just played a marathon Lunar 1 and completely learned where everything was, and I have to completely unlearn it for this game. You know, we'll just wait for him to come back here. Thank you. It's bizarre that they would even swap it there, because you think by default you would have the cursor on AI, you know, for somebody who's just wanting to like immediately go to the first option, as opposed to just command. Because if you're just trying to like mash through battle and go through it quickly, you think it would just it would have AI by default on the left. So I agree with what Complete did. All right, so Hero's range has increased, and we finally got Poe's sword. Yeah, I loved Echoes. It was definitely, I know some people didn't like the dungeon crawl. I wouldn't really, I hesitate to call it a crawler. They didn't like the dungeon aspect, but I loved it. It was pretty fun for grinding. Now, I didn't care about like getting like the rare encounters or the rare drops from things, but it was a very fun game with good voice acting and great music. One of the best Fire Emblem soundtracks out there. Like, the music's incredible. So there's the dragon ship. I didn't mess with any of the DLC though, because the DLC costs like more than the base game, and I'm just like, no thank you, I'll just play the original game. We are retained by the goddess Athena to protect our world from those who would harm it. The ship draws upon her power, and Lord Leo answers directly to her. This area is off limits without the permission of Lord Leo, and I doubt he'd give it to the likes of you. The dragon ship Destiny was a gift to Athena's guard, and Lord Leo from the goddess herself. The bow of the Destiny carries the power of the goddess in the form of the white dragon cannon. With the strength of Athena and the leadership of Leo, the guard is all but invincible. Halt, you have no business aboard the dragon ship's Destiny, the pride of Athena's guard. I suggest you leave before Lord Leo returns from the home of Gwyn. Hero, what does Leo want from Grandpa? We'd better find out. Halt, who goes there? Freakin' thrill seekers. If you don't vacate the Destiny double time, I'll arrest you just for being so ugly. The goddess Athena is the fairest of the fair. I saw her once, and I'll never forget it. The glow of her milky skin, the soft curve of her hips, the shapelessness of her fantastic never mind. And that's enough of that. Let's talk to Gwyn. Good luck with 8. Have a good time. Yes, Lord Leo, I've spent many years researching the Blue Spire, but it remains a mystery to me, as it has been to everyone for hundreds of years. You can't possibly expect that I would know all of its secrets, or even any of them. Besides, what leads you to be interested in the Spire at all? Blue stars, secret riddles, pah, what a simple life you lead, my aged archaeologist. My work is of much greater importance than digging up the offal of our ancestors. The Destroyer is coming to our world, and the Blue Spire is the place at which it will enter. The goddess Athena has given me direct and explicit orders to eradicate the Destroyer. The goddess Athena? A demon in the Tower of Blue? Ah, you speak nonsense. Utter nonsense. Whether you believe me or not, Gwyn, I require your help, and I shall not leave without it. It is foretold that the Destroyer will appear north of the Salian Desert. And what lies north? The Blue Spire, of course, and although the entrance in the Spire is sealed, Lord Leo will find a way inside, and he will vanquish the Destroyer with Athena's power. Goddess Athena founded the priesthood to govern the world in her absence, and after her return, Athena's guard was established to carry out her will. We'll be with you in a minute, Grandpa Gwyn. Gimme. Hero, Grandpa Gwyn will be mad if he catches us snooping around in his treasure box. Terrible. The Blue Spire. Many mysteries lurk deep within the Blue Spire, located to the north of the Salian Desert. The Spire's entrance is sealed with powerful magic. No one has seen its interior for hundreds of years. Athena and Lunar, Volume 1, Darkness to Light.
Previously on Lunar. Long ago, the goddess Athena left the dying blue star and came to the lifeless world of Lunar. Lunar was made a land of beauty and wonder, and Athena brought her children from the blue star. The Lost Frontier, Volume 1 Legends. Many claims have been made that people once lived upon the surface of the blue star, but these unproven claims have merely added to the blue star's rich tapestries of myth and lore. The Lost Frontier, Volume 2 Longing. Many people have gazed into the night sky and, basking in the blue star's light, felt a strange sadness. Is it merely the blinding beauty of the blue star that stirs the heart, or does it run deeper than that? The Ancient Ruins of Lunar. This book is dedicated to the joys of discovery and to my grandson hero, Gwyn. A Brief History of Athena, Volume 1, Glorious Rebirth. Every few hundred years we are blessed with the return of Athena, the goddess of beauty and love. Athena leads her children into an era of peace and absolute harmony before returning to the heavens. Dragon Masters, Volume 3, Alex. A Dragon Master is the sworn protector of the goddess Athena and her strongest warrior, but the world has been without a Dragon Master since the last rebirth of the goddess. The last Dragon Master to walk our world was named Alex. Athena's Dragons, Volume 1, The Colors. The goddess is served by 4 dragons, each with a different color, white, blue, black, and red. The combined strength of Athena and the dragons shield our world and from the forces of evil. Other creatures have been called dragons, but only the creatures born of Athena are true dragons. Vane, the Magic City, Volume 1, A Glorious History. There once existed in this world a city which floated above the clouds with the power of magic, but the Magic Emperor used his evil powers to blast Vane from the heavens, and its magic was lost. It didn't help that we used a lot in that mega cannon. Runes Research List. Dragon Tower Runes, Star Dragon Tower, Goddess Tower, Blue Spire, especially the Spire. I like his beard stroking animation, it's pretty good. Kira, what's wrong with you? You walked right past Grandpa Gwyn without saying a word. What if he needs your help dealing with Lord Leo? Shame on you! Well, okay. I will go back and fix everything. I just want to explore. Ah, I knew our paths would cross once more, Hero, when I learned of your family ties. Your grandfather claims to know nothing of the Spire or of the Destroyer's arrival. I find it hard to believe that such a famed historian would be ignorant of such topics. How strange that Gwyn knows nothing of Destroyer when he has long investigated the Spire. No stranger than you being 25 and never having a girlfriend. People are starting to talk. Grandpa, we're home. There you are. If you weren't always late, I might have started worrying about you. This is Lord Leo, the head of Athena's guard. He wants to know about the Blue Spire. Yes, and I was about to explain. I don't have time for a history lesson. I have but a single question of you, Gwyn. How does one break the seal of the Spire's entrance? Ah, yes, well, that is indeed the million-silver question, isn't it? I'm not exactly sure, of course, but it seems to me that if one were to take the... I don't have time to act on a hunch, old man. If we don't know the way inside, I shall simply have to destroy the Blue Spire with the blast of the Destiny's Dragon Cannon. Okay, I was stuck. I was like, what's going on in the scene? Hero, you have a kind face and a strong will, which will make you a valuable commodity. Why don't you leave this foolish field of archaeology and join us in Athena's guard? You have the potential to be a great warrior, Hero. I know a good man when I see one. Oh, I just bet you do. Why would Hero want to trade his freedom for servitude? He won't work for you. You are grating on my nerves, little one. Did you never learn to speak only when spoken to? Unless you have suddenly recalled the information I seek, I shall take leave of you now. I must prepare myself and the members of Athena's guard to confront the Destroyer. And for your safety, Gwyn, I suggest that you stay far away from the Blue Spire, for it is soon to be a battlefield upon which the Destroyer shall become the Destroyed. That arrogant fop claimed the goddess has come to our world once again as a human, and is issuing orders directly to him. Very strange. And this destroyer he spoke of, something's up, my boy, that's for certain. And I don't like the smell of it. Not one bit. Oh dear, Hero. Hero, my boy. Come quickly. You have to see this. Something's happening at the... Hurry, lad, hurry. Well, I have to see what Ruby says if we try to leave. Apparently nothing. We could just... It's not that urgent or pressing. Look, Hero, do you see that strange beam of light shining forth from the blue spire? It's aimed directly into the heavens, pointed toward the blue star. I've lived near the spire for many years, Hero. I've never seen anything quite like that. I think we have witnessed the arrival of the Destroyer, my boy, just as Lord Leo predicted, and I have the awful feeling that we're all going to be in a world of trouble. Let's go to the Blue Spire, or let's check out that light. Let's go to the Blue Spire. Let's go to the Blue Spire and find out what just happened. Aren't you dying to know? Maybe we can find out all the answers to all the questions you have about that place, and we can warn Lord Leo if the Destroyer has arrived. I mean, we'll be heroes. Ah, yes, I suppose you do have a point there, my boy. Well, then go get my weapon in the basement. It might be a little rusty, but it'll do. I'll get the things we need from the house, although there's only one item we must have. I'm not letting you and Ruby travel to the spire by yourself, that's for certain. This is so exciting, Hero. What do you think we're going to find at the spire? Well, other than a fantastic adventure, of course. Not that I didn't like the dragon ruins, but I can't help feel that something really amazing is about to happen. I can't help wondering what we'll find at the Blue Spire. What do you think it is, Hero? Alright, let's get the item in the basement before we talk to Gwyn over there and have him join. Wow, that's the oldest knife I've ever seen. I wonder where Grandpa Gwyn got it from. Ancient dagger. It might be old, but it's sharp. So this will definitely be useful. So it'll give us 3 extra attack, 2 agility, and 2 speed. At least for right now. All we have is that and our adventurer's clothes. The next area is going to be fairly good for leveling up just because of what's going to be there. So we're probably going to take advantage of that. I knew I'd put it away for safekeeping. I'd just forgotten where it was. This jewel is the key that opens the entrance of the Blue Spire. Hold on to it for me, alright? Left opal jewel. Sure thing, Grandpa. Be sure to equip the weapon you took from the chest. It's no use to us in your bag, my boy. Good work, my boy. You already equipped your weapon. I can see you're anxious to get going. I have to admit that I'm quite excited myself. I haven't been on an adventure in ages. Well, let's get moving, my boy. The Blue Spire is due north of here and mighty hard to miss. Okay. Can we rob Gwyn? So Gwyn is level 9. He is way stronger than we are in terms of attack. He's slower, of course. He has better magic defense, better range. He has adventurer's clothes just like we do. But they're grayed out, so we can't steal anything from him, which is a sad, sad state of affairs. I am anticipating we might have a game over or two in this game, but we'll see. We had none, thankfully, in Silver Star Story Complete. The only one we almost had was in the Female Hot Springs Forest. If the run had failed, we would have had our one and only game over. Hero, these statues give me the creeps. It's like they're staring at us. Let's get going, okay? These are the guardians of the Blue Spire. They'll awaken only if the spire is threatened. It's probably best not to tempt fate, of course. Let's step away and stay quiet. Here's the entrance. Hero, hand me the jewel I gave you earlier. It's time to put it to use. Now if we put the jewel into the eye like this, the door should open. Left opal jewel. It's a perfect fit, my boy. Hey, Jevil, how are you doing? My eyesight isn't what it used to be, but I can certainly see that the door hasn't opened. I followed the procedure just as it was written in the book. Very strange indeed. I'm certain that putting the jewel in the left eye should have opened the door. Maybe I didn't have the proper instructions, or maybe my book was missing a page. Hero, this face looks like the one in the dragon runes that you pry the jewel out of. I think I know what'll happen if you put the jewel into the other socket. I'm certain that putting the jewel in the left eye should have opened the door. Maybe I didn't have the proper instructions or missing page. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to see if she had any dialogue for that side of the eye. Let's go back here. Right, Sapphire Jewel. Let's see what happens. Glad you're doing well. I'm doing well as well. Eureka, I should have realized that we would need 2 jewels to open the entrance, not 1. I didn't know you found a dragon jewel, Hero. I suppose it's from the dragon ruins? What else haven't you told your grandpa, Are there any more secrets I should know? Ah, well, I should have realized that you were ready to explore the ruins, my boy. You've gone and grown up on me, Hero, as much as your grandpa hates to admit it. I'm just glad you're not upset with me, Grandpa. Let's go inside and see what we find. Shockstorm, welcome! Hope you are doing well. We got the slime and the brain picker. Got an herb drop. We're definitely going to be relishing any and all of those we can get. Angel's Tear, this might come in handy. Hopefully we do not need to use it this early. You were 1/10 of the blob roots there. Awesome. I'm curious to see what you'll redeem whenever you make it. Bendy, okay. I remember we talked about that, I believe, more in 2024 as being something you were interested in potentially redeeming. So we're going to press that. I will say that I do like this game's emphasis on ruins and puzzles and traps and things like that. I feel 1 did it kind of poorly. It just like had treasure chests that were like trap chests in like very unassuming areas, like a random island, a forest that really didn't have anything going on with it. It didn't feel like an authentic type of like ruin or danger type experience. I feel like this game like legitimately tried to have ruins and things like that. I talked over Grandpa Gwen and I feel bad. We'll have to hear his voice line next time. Anyway, we'll go ahead and press this. And almost have them all in place. Yes, I heard about that. I actually saw footage of that, so for those who don't know what Running Wild Video is talking about, there was a way in the Sega CD version that positioning your characters against one of the boss fights would soft lock you because Lucia would not move and the boss could not move, and so the Victor Island working designs had a specific patch and dialogue for that exact situation happening that this game does not have. So you will get soft locked if the scene happens, and it's a shame. Don't know why they didn't include the patch. It wouldn't have been that difficult to have just dubbed over. Or just shapes and beats, I see. Don't want to touch that yet. Okay, so Gwen's probably going to do a heal spell soon, so we'll just want to... I'll try not to talk during this battle.
Take that, you hellish freak!
Take that, you hellish freak. For a heal spell is interesting. Now remember, now, oh, I did it again. I hit AI thinking it was the command option, and it was not.
We've got to keep our strength up.
Dodge this!
60 XP and 9 silver, and another herb. I was trying to go straight to post sword to attack that, and potentially end the fight, and instead I just used AI auto battle. I have already done it like 3 or 4 times, and this game has already just started. I am so worried about screwing up a boss fight just because of this, of the layout completely changing on me. Hero is now level 8. I got everything. I was able to get all of the trophies and everything for one, all bromides. Very, very fun experience. It was a great replay. It was about as painless of a replay as I could have possibly hoped it to be. So really happy. Now this is just going to take a lot of just unlearning 1. I have to unlearn everything I did in 1 to play this right. I almost did it again. Not this time.
Dodge this!
You didn't get the Nash bath? No, I was able to do both baths because I bought enough soap and I'm like, you know what, I don't remember if there's more than one or not, so I'll just use it. And I got another scene, and then I eventually used it again and saw that it looped, so I recognized, okay, we got all the scenes now. So I think, did we come from that side or no? Or did we come from this side? I actually don't remember what side we came out of. Well, anyway, I think we have to touch all of them no matter what. I agree with you. It's the Sega CD version, Shockstorm, is my favorite RPG out there ever made. I don't think anything can really top it. I think this game has one cutscene that was done better than the original. It happens to do with the cutscene where we see a certain familiar character from Lunar 1. And it was done better in this version than the original, but everything about the way that Eternal Blue conducted itself, the characters and everything else, was done really well. I do not trust this chest, but I'm gonna touch it anyway. Oh, okay. It was actually pretty nice. I am just screwing all sorts of things up in combat, though, simply because of the changes to just the control and menus. So I have to hopefully fix that soon. Almost did it again. I mean, 18 hours of programming your brain to go to a certain direction is going to inevitably make you automatically pick AI by mistake. Okay, so they're not going to do the massive explosion attack, thankfully.
We've got to keep our strength up.
That time we did. Another herb. Yeah, I remember this room. I don't think it's gonna do anything right now, but it will matter later. This statue really gives me the creeps, hero. Can we please get out of here? Oh dear, it's another guardian. Fortunately, we haven't done anything to threaten the spire. One hostile action on our part and we'd be in a serious world of hurt. Let's hurry along now. Hero, Gwyn, look at that. Isn't it fantastic? Indeed it is, Ruby. Indeed it is. After all these years of gazing at the blue spire from afar, I'm about to unlock its mysteries. We have to keep walking before you start unlocking, Grandpa. What's really disorienting is, look at the movement speed here. It's like what you'd normally expect from Lunar, and then in these dungeons it's circle, and you're walking at like half the speed. It's just so odd. Like, why do all of the mechanics and everything have to change just when you enter a dungeon? Okay, wasn't sure if I could examine that for dialogue, and the answer is no, I cannot.
Dodge this!
Now, I believe Gwyn does have a stat-modifying magic that he can use. I will verify next round. Assuming I don't keep hitting AI. He might get it later, actually. Either that or Lucia might use that or have a chance to use that. I know one of them does.
Take this, infidel!
Gwyn is pretty awesome. Another angel tier.
Dodge this!
Take that, you hellish freak!
There's Gwyn's level, so he goes up from 9 to 10. 1 defense and 1 wisdom. And then fractured armor, so okay, so it does reduce defense. So it's a debuff. I seem to remember some sort of a stat modification spell he got, but I think I remembered in the wrong direction. It doesn't modify us, it modifies the enemy. Interesting. I'm not as interested in well, I might be able for a defense modification, but I'd rather debuff attack if I can. So there's Hero's level. We learned Squall, aka Ferocious Wind.
Ferocious wind!
It's funny to see this enemy because it's the last enemy you saw in Athena's tower, one of the last enemy formations you saw there.
Dodge this!
We've got to keep our strength up!
Now I'm wondering, in this version, will Lucia eventually just start banishing the enemies instantly when you get to a certain level? Or if that was a working designs thing. Because I do not know enough about, like, the other versions of Lunar 2 after Sega CD to know if that was a thing.
Dodge this!
Another herb. So we came from that side. All of these have doors. Okay, actually, this is... What is this? Oh, this is... I think the other side of what we saw here. Wait, did all of these enemies just... They all just completely respawned? Okay, well, I didn't expect that. We barely did anything. Oh, Gwyn is muted.
Dodge this!
Okay, so leaving that guy alive to do any sort of attack was a huge mistake. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make my way actually out of here. We'll take the left doorway instead, but we're gonna go back here so we can touch the statue. Because we need our MP back. We'll be taking our first break pretty shortly. Oh, that auto battle had Gwyn not heal himself. Oh, that's right, because... Alright, so... There is no null, meaning characters that are knocked out can't get back on their feet. Meaning characters do lose out on EXP.
Dodge this!
He went before Hero did, that sucks.
We've got to keep our strength up.
Another herb? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take this one up. Okay, fine.
Dodge this! Ferocious wind!
Post sword again. We'll just go over here and defend because he's not going to be able to attack them anyway, no matter how hard he tries. And they all went for Hero. The one time I plan. So Hero is going to enjoy his level 10. Everybody can just listen to the victory music for a while. I am going to go ahead and hydrate all of you. Taste my refreshment.
Alright. Hero has leveled again. Now we have options. I'm afraid the enemies might respawn depending on which of the doors we take. Oh. Seems like I do want to take the other ones first. Does it respawn all the enemies? No. Okay. I don't know what was different about the last place, but it did. Another herb. Worth it! Healing nut. I'll go ahead and do control, but the problem is gonna be he's still gonna hit me first.
Dodge this!
Oh, it might have been because we got a level up in speed. We're finally at a level where we can start one-shotting the slimes a lot easier, which is gonna help us tremendously. Out. We have to hit this guy because he silences.
Dodge this!
Take that, you helly freak!
I do find Gwyn's lines pretty funny because it implies that he just cycles through a bunch of different voice lines regardless of whether it fits the spell. Yeah, so we are seeing the size of Lunar 2's dungeons at work. They've always been huge. Like, for a first dungeon? Pretty huge. So I'm gonna have to go Poe.
Dodge this!
We've got to keep our strength up.
A starlight. That's the side we can... Yeah, so these are both sides we can come out of. 72 silver. Rinse 4 defense. Only 5 EXP for beating those 5 enemies? What a ripoff. Oh, they stack. A much smaller inventory screen, but some of these items are more stackable.
This is the 7th floor of the spire. The ancient writings tell of a hidden passage to the top. And we must search this room thoroughly to find it, my boy. We will talk to Gwen before we do too much. The architecture of the Blue Spire is even more incredible than I imagined. Oh, have you found the passage to the top of the spire, my boy? Not yet, Grandpa. They would just have to look harder, examine everything, leave no stone unturned. There has to be a way to the top of the spire from this chamber, lad. Keep searching. I don't know. I don't see anything out of the ordinary anywhere. Whoa, Hero, what is this? Let's go get Grandpa and show it to him. I bet he'll know. Hero, what's happening? Hero, Hero! Hero, I think we just found the secret passage to the top of the spire. You don't think the Destroyer is around here, do you? I don't want to be eaten by a monster. You worry too much, Ruby. And besides, I don't think either of us looks very tasty.
It's so beautiful. Yeah!
Hero. I'm not feeling so good, Hero.
They do like Ruby's face.
My name is Lucia. I have come from the Blue Star on an urgent mission. This world is currently in great mortal peril, so I must see Althena immediately. Please take me to her.
Do you think she's actually friendly? She does look like she could be some sort of goddess or something. Well, what do you think we should do, Hero? Ruby to Hero!
Amazing. She's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
Princess of the Blue Star Trophy.
Hero, what's wrong with you? She's not even human! Here, let me get your tongue back into your mouth and wipe that drool off your chin!
Hey! Ouch! Knock it off, Ruby!
Hey, wait, Lucia, where are you going? I must find Althena and join with her to fight Zophar. Althena, the goddess of our world, why do you need to find her? Who are you? I'm Hero, and this is Ruby. In the flesh. The two of you are residents of this world? You must guide me to Althena. It is urgent that I find her and speak with her. Are you nuts, lady? You just show up out of nowhere and expect a trip to the goddess? She was an adventurer, not a tour guide, and no one knows where Althena is anyway. Ruby is right, but this girl obviously needs the help of a brave warrior like myself. I don't know if I can help you, Lucia, but I'm willing to try. We'll see what Grandpa has to say about this hero. We must leave at once. What's happened? Happening. Oh, confound it all, son. Don't go scare me like that. You had me beside myself with worry, young man. I've been looking all over for you. Where in tarnation did you go? Oh dear, who's this you found? Her name is Lucia. We found her at the top of the blue spire inside a giant green crystal. And guess what, Grandpa? She says she's from the Blue Star. By Althena herself. She traveled here from the Blue Star? Hero, we have to get out of here right away. If Lord Leo discovers her here, we're in big trouble and so is she. We'll talk later. Let's go. And so she's got HP stats that Ronfar would be jealous of. He needs that luck. Let's see here. So, am I able to get into... Yeah, the equip menu. Of course, she doesn't have any stats because she's not really controllable. Nothing is happening this time. Maybe it just doesn't work anymore. The winged creature does not understand this portal. What is this? Why are there monsters within the blue spire? Don't worry, Lucia. I'll get rid of these fiends for you with a few swats of my sword.
Do not interfere.
Yay! It helps because I have 0 MP. Gwyn is now level 11, so he gets 1 defense, 1 agility, and then 1 wisdom. It is interesting that the level up screen shows all of that, but also doesn't show like HP change. Like nowhere in the stats that are displayed does it show what HP goes from what to what. Ultimately, HP does change for a number of our characters, but it's strange it doesn't show it anywhere else. Did you see that magic? Lucia, how are you able to cast such a powerful spell? I have no time for questions, hero. You must take me to the goddess Althena, and quickly. Hey, wait up. Did I offend you? I'm sorry if I did, Lucia. Lucia? I don't think you offended her, my boy. I just think she's focused on finding the goddess. Hero, I don't think Lucia is human. Her magic is stronger than any I've ever seen. Lord Leo could be right. She could be the destroyer. But why would she come here? She couldn't possibly be the destroyer, Grandpa. She's just a confused and beautiful girl. And she's gonna leave us all behind in the spire unless we catch up to her.
Do not interfere.
And now I am level 11 with Hero.
Do not interfere.
Thank you, Lucia. Yeah, so this will definitely help until she casts like an Exodus spell that makes all the enemies flee immediately. want to try to take advantage of this while we can.
Do not interfere. Do not interfere.
The enemy zone range of that thunder blow was incredible.
Do not interfere.
Okay, I didn't think it could hit the mask. It would have been funny if it could.
Do not interfere.
We won't be here for too terribly long.
Do not interfere.
We're gonna go ahead and heal Gwen with one of the many herbs we've been getting. There we go.
Do not interfere.
And we got one of the herbs back immediately. It definitely seems very built towards giving you tons of items pretty early on. See, there's another herb from that fight. So we got everything back for Gwen.
Do not interfere. Do not interfere.
Yeah, so it sounds like we're going to be hearing "do not interfere" a lot for the very start.
Do not interfere. Do not interfere.
Yeah, we don't want to leave that section yet because if that's the bridge, we're going to hit an issue with Lucia's powers, I think.
Do not interfere. Do not interfere.
This seems to be the best fight for both Silver and EXP. So we probably want to go up and down that staircase for a bit, because it seems like she reacts to this enemy encounter the exact same way. Thunder blow, thunder blow, thunder blow. With little to no variance. So we'll try to get one more level and then go.
Do not interfere.
There's Gwyn's level. And he has Shattered Sword learned, so that reduces the attack stat of one of the targets.
So that'll definitely be useful.
Do not.
For some reason, I don't know why I recalled he would buff our attack and buff our defense. It's apparently completely the opposite.
Do not interfere.
Their hero's level 12.
Do not interfere.
If we can get to lucky number 13, we shall go. Because I'm assuming... Actually, you know what? I don't think the other characters join at the same level you automatically show up as. Because I think we had that problem with Jean in Eternal Blue on the Sega CD. She joined at like a lower level and she died to Plantella. So we'll actually see how this will work.
Do not interfere.
Anyway, the achievement to get to level 50 is going to be significantly easier to do in this than probably Lunar 1, just because of like the epilogue and everything else.
Do not interfere.
And my YouTube now has all of the VODs up current through yesterday. I had kind of fallen a little bit behind, but all of my exports have been effectively exported. And so I'll have to make another playlist category for Eternal Blue Complete now. Just to make sure that gets added also. It's kind of ridiculous how many games I've played since I started that repository channel in September. But I'm glad we no longer have to just look at like few second long errant clips of experiences just to be the only surviving footage. I'm glad I actually am going to have surviving footage of a lot more things now.
Do not interfere.
For some reason, I thought, and this might be like a wrong memory, or maybe I'm thinking of a different dagger from the Sega CD, but I thought there was like a dagger that gave Hero like an extra attack. And I thought it was like the dagger we got at like the very beginning of the game. Clearly I might be remembering wrong, because this one didn't give us an extra attack. But I think by default, Hero started with an extra attack normally. And maybe they just didn't want to have it tied to a sword.
Do not interfere.
Or maybe I'm just remembering. Anyway, not much longer now. And, oops, it's not the fight we wanted. It is that dagger? Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know, because in my brain I'm thinking, why do I seem to remember like one of the early game daggers giving Hero an extra attack? That would be why. Welcome to the channel, by the way. This is not my first time playing Eternal Blue Complete, but it is my first time in about 20 years playing it. Just on the Sega CD, it was about like 3-something years ago. I was able to play it on my console. After I played Silver Star, the Silver Star. I played it on the Model 2, which was really terrible to play the Sega CD version on, because I had one of the consoles that did not
handle the boss battle 2 track very well, and so I had to like kind of keep doing like chest compressions to my Model 2 to make sure I was able to beat the Black Dragon fight. And it was really awful to have to do that 3 times in a row, because like you fight 3 bosses in a row at the very end, all using that track. But it took me like 40 minutes to beat the Black Dragon because I just kept beating the Black Dragon, and I kept soft locking. So next time, I'm gonna have to probably use a different means of playing the Silver Star, because I don't want to do that again. It's not good for the Sega CD Model 2, and it's not good for my discs. Anyway, we're almost level 13. Yeah, I have both of those too. I have mine over there in the cabinet. Still has the actual games sealed with the collector's. The outer case is not sealed, but everything inside has not been opened, including the case. So it's still in its shrink wrap. The Silver Star Story Complete, though, that has been unboxed and everything kind of taken out. The cloth map has seen better days.
Do not interfere.
Oh, your PSX fight had a problem with that? That's so strange, because I was talking about the Sega CD version having an issue or a flaw with it. Because I don't know why it would soft lock on the PlayStation 1 version. That's really strange. So Hero just gained 3 defense from that level. That's huge. Definitely worth getting to 13 then. Gwyn, where's your level? You better catch up.
Do not interfere.
It is funny thinking about the Sega CD version, because his levels compared to everybody else his level growth was so stilted, because he gained like levels so much lower than everybody else, but that was because the Sega CD had like the using magic experience points for saving, which scaled with your level. And so I think, my theory, and I don't have any evidence of this, but this is why I think they did it, it's because they didn't want people to have it cost too much at the beginning, and so that's why his EXP suddenly starts zooming up later, rather than at the very start.
Do not interfere.
Oh, I see. I wonder if there was just damage to the disc or what it was, because I used all of my 7 variants of Lunar 1, because Victor Island was nuts. There's 8 discs of Alundra, and there's 7 discs of the Sega CD art. And so the problem was the model of the Sega CD and the track. It was not like the disc, because it had the same issue with all 7. Gwyn is now level 13, and we did it for 1 wisdom. But my goodness, we needed it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out. We need to hear what Zophar sounds like now. I'm assuming the cutscene where Lucia prevents us from getting any more EXP does not happen here. It's strange, because I feel like it would have happened already if that were the case. Or it might be a higher level cap that we're stopped. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been so long. 15. Got it. Okay. I was about to say, I couldn't remember. I'm not going to grind till I hit it. I don't need to.
These winds, so gentle and calm.
Ah, okay.
Is this the world Althena created? But how? I do not sense the aura of her magic power. Although, perhaps a veil of evil has hidden it away from my sight.
Yeah, if I were playing this by myself without like any sort of time constraints, I would absolutely hit the level cap, but I'm not. Even with the ×4 battle speed, I'm just like, yeah, I'd rather keep things moving, especially since I had to like stop the stream, restart it, change categories, get everything right.
Lucia, you say that you came from the Blue Star? But what I'm curious about is why you have come here, lass. Lucia told Hero and me that she needs to see the goddess. She's come here to meet with Althena? Perhaps she's somehow with the Chosen. She's involved with the Chosen somehow. Well, it would be nice if she'd answer our questions, but I'm having fun trying to figure her out, and hey, maybe she'll introduce us to Althena. What's the matter? Was Ruby starting to get on your nerves? She's just a little jealous is all. Even though I call out to her with my mind, I cannot sense Althena's presence in this world. You finished Red Dragon Cave a few hours ago at 53. You think you did too much grinding. Oh my goodness, that is quite a bit of grinding. No, you're more than set. Are you playing the remastered edition as well? Clearly you're following it if you found me on this, but are you playing it on that also? Because I just finished the Silver Star story complete yesterday, and that's why I'm jumping right on this today. How could I have been brought here without being summoned by the goddess? Has something happened to Althena that you have not told me about, Hero?
Do you want to know the answer to that, Lucia?
It's so far.
My sweet princess of the Blue Star. Welcome.
I will never submit to you. What have you done with Althena?
Althena. Sweet Lucia, why don't you ask her yourself? Oh dear, I forgot. You don't know where she is. What a pity.
So far, I will not allow you to corrupt this world. Dragon power, shine forth! Fill me with the strength of ages to overcome the Destroyer! Oh no! What happened?
You can no longer see my powers, can you?
What? I can't. Too strong.
Tell me, darling, was it good for you? Now that I've stripped you of your power, you are nothing more than a helpless bug waiting to be crushed. Save that precious breath, child. You need it to find Althena, your little needle in my haystack.
Zofar, you can't.
Yeah, I'll be going for the Platinum Trophy as well. I've already laid the foundation for that in 1, and I'll be doing that for this game as well. The plan was always to platinum it. The thing was I was always trying to speculate what they do to get the platinum trophy. I actually thought they were going to make you beat Mel without, without losing to him in Moribia and beating the monsters without like having to step in. But neither of those were conditions. I think they kind of went the safe route. But I thought those would have been like interesting contenders. But I think what they did for choices were fine. I knew they'd do one with the bromides. I knew they'd have one with a level cap and a silver cap. It makes sense. Yeah, dragon powers to be. And then yeah, Lucia's like, you didn't say please, so I'm gonna stay right here. I have to Althena before It seems that the Zophar fellow has cursed Lucia's soul, and if we don't break it, she will die. Hero, tell me I'm having a bad dream. Wake me up, please. I must, only Althena can. Zophar, Young lady, save your strength. You can tell us all about it later. Maybe one of my books will give us a clue on how we can break this wretched curse. Yeah, I did them all anyway. I mean, I made sure that I did all of that. Because I would have done that whether or not there was a trophy tied to it. Come, Hero, we have to get her back to the house at once. No problem, Grandpa. Let's go. Alright, you only have 1 HP. Pitiful. Terrible. Her sprite is totally different now as well. Lucia's hat. Lucia's robe. Lucia's pendant. Shiny and mysterious. Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say, the Sega CD, the one in the Taven's Peak, that one's ridiculous at the stage of the game that you're able to fight them because they have so much HP. In fact, my first playthrough on the Sega CD, I was not able to kill one there. I mean, I could retroactively go back later and do it, but at the time you go there, I was never lucky enough. They would always run away. What do you think Zophar was talking about, Hero? And why did he put a curse on poor Lucia? I don't understand any of this. Hero, I'm scared. We're in the middle of something way too big for us to handle. If we hadn't taken the Dragonite Jewel from the ruins, none of this would have happened. Oh, Fiddle, I suspected this might happen. The Guardian has been awakened, so we are not going for the, we are not gonna go for the soft lock because there is no anti-soft lock precaution built in. I've said this before, but I'm saying it again. If we go for the setup, it will actually soft lock us, so we will not do it. Yeah, tempting, but no. Now we'll have to fight our way outside, kids. Are you kidding, Grandpa? Look at the size of that thing. There has to be another way. I'll go ahead and save now. Okay, bye. Okay. Just checking to see if they would scold me. Grandpa, when the Ardian's tying your entrails in knots, don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, well, there was dialogue that was different. I just didn't know it was there. All right.
Dodge this! Take that, you hellish freak!
Yeah. He's just phenomenal cosmic power, itty-bitty moving space, unfortunately. We're just gonna have him just debuff.
Dodge this! Take that, you hellish freak! Dodge
Oh,
this!
I keep forgetting because they swapped it. I hate that they swapped it. It's just so disorienting.
Dodge this! Take that, you hellish freak! Dodge this! Take this, infidel!
Okay, he's just gonna bump this round. There's no point in like doing anything. Gwen, let him have it.
Dodge this!
Oh, okay. It would have gone. Actually after we did it. Maybe there was a point. Oh well.
Dodge this! Take this, infidel!
Yes. I mean, he's having a blast with his lines though, which I do like.
Dodge this!
And we win.
And Lucia nods approvingly, head bobbing to the music. It's a shame you can't change battle speed like in Lunar 1 on the fly, though. Alright, awesome. Well, now that that's done, I'll take this. Thankfully, they, I'm glad that they nerfed the bromides in terms of, like, finding them. Because I was freaking out because I'm like, I'm not gonna, it's gonna be, like, so much to remember, and thankfully it wasn't that bad. No! Poor Lucia. Time to cite 6 more, I know, right?
Dodge this!
Oh, right, this just connects to that. I remember now. Like heat-seeking missile, just trying to immediately kill her. Yep, here we go. The rest of the Guardians have come to life. This is bad, hero. Very, very bad. Well, I like it. What are we gonna do, hero? We could barely beat 1 Guardian, so how can we beat 4? By getting to level 15. That's how.
Ferocious wind! Take that, you hellish freak!
Oh no, Lucia's siding with them! You traitor! Going through a Nash arc, are we? Can't believe it. Yeah, it's only one more MP than Post Sword. Why not? It doesn't matter because we're gonna get bailed out of this fight anyway. But don't know where I want to be. They can't all hit Quinn, can they?
Ferocious wind!
Okay, well the answer is no, they can't all hit. I almost hit AI and that would have been a disaster. Oh no, you're not supposed to move that way. Well, if that's the case, we better just go Post Sword.
Dodge this! We've got to keep our strength up!
Yep, there we go. I just wanted to make it so that we got to the trigger. You can do some damage to some of them. And if not just outright kill them at higher levels, I just wanted to make sure I did not die. That was my main goal. This is it, hero. We're finished. I hope this doesn't hurt as much as I think it will. Targets acquired and locked. Fire! What was that? Has Lucia regained her powers? Ha! Those guardians are no match for the blinding power of the Destiny's Dragon Cannon. You are fortunate indeed to have witnessed the awesome power of the goddess Althena, and I intend to use that power to capture the destroyer which has come to the Blue Spire. But all that we found in the Blue Spire was Lucia. No, it can't be true. Leo has to be mistaken. He has to be. I warned you not to come here, Gwen, and yet you disregarded my advice. If I hadn't arrived when I did, you would have paid with your foolishness for like, dude, weren't you trying to convince him to come here? Like, the entire time? And wouldn't take no as an answer? You're out of your league here, old man. Just go home and read your musty tomes. Of all the... I can't believe how rude he is. I know he saved our lives, but jeez. I guess Althena's guard values combat skills a lot higher than social skills. Alright, well, anyway. Apparently they will just let me go back in. I was kind of hoping that he or somebody else would stop me, but nope, nobody can. Hold on, who's the woman in your party, Gwen? Oh, I can't. Oh, after, you mean after this scene. She wears a strange dress of red cloth, and she seems to be sick. What has made you weak, girl? She was assaulted by a monster at the top of the spire. It leapt at her from a magical sphere. We barely escaped its clutches. If you hurry, you may be able to catch it. A monster in a magical sphere, you say? At the highest floor of the spire? Exactly as I suspected. Lucia the Destroyer is within the spire. Follow me, men. We must find Lucia and capture the creature before it escapes into our world. Good luck, Zenigata. I appreciate it. Bye. He fell for it. You've never even lied that convincingly to Grandpa. Hurry, kids. We must get Lucia back to the house. She's getting weaker by the moment. Actually, you know what? I should probably just save and then reload after.
Dodge this!
Where are they? Or do we have to literally climb all the way back up just to see? I might have to, that's fine.
We've got to keep our strength up!
Good work, Ruby. Man, if I could just get a boss kill with Ruby, that'd be amazing. That was the one thing I could never accomplish in the Sega CD, was just getting Ruby to kill a boss. I've actually never done this in any version. I've just like gone back in and checked to see, you know, what they could do. We won't go to the right because we have the flying creature. This allows us to more easily dodge the encounter. Huh. Oh, killed your Black Fiend. That's awesome. I have never had that happen under any version. That is a rare feat, which is definitely why I want to make sure I always stream my attempts, just in case something happens. I remember, I have a clip like somewhere in my VODs 3 years ago, somewhere in my channel, which is like, I think it's titled like Ruby Killed the Knight or something, and it's Ruby attacking like one of the enemies that has like, that's a fire enemy that's holding a sword, and which makes it impervious to like our regular attacks while he's in that state. And Ruby, apparently he had so little health that Ruby decided to kill him, and it was deflected. The enemy is just like, nope, not gonna go down.
Dodge this!
shame. Oh, okay, so Hero just leveled to 14. Oh, wait, did I just... How did I go in a complete circle? I went in a complete and utter total circle. It's okay. That's what I get for talking and walking. Can't do it.
Dodge this!
So he's basically almost at the level 15 cap anyway. So let's go back up the stairs. I don't know what I did afterward to screw it up so bad. Oh, I must have gone right down the stairs because I was so disoriented after this fight. Ruby kill his boss and Brave. Wow. Watch me be the only person to, like, not get the a kill at any of the bosses.
Dodge this!
I think it'd be awesome if I could get, like, a kill against the final boss. Non-epilogue version. Oh, after she gets dropped to... Okay, well, I didn't want to grind more here. It's really not as satisfying if she is going to be knocked out. I just want to see what they say at the top. When I get there. Okay, so also, okay, Hero did gain a number of attack +1. I thought he did. What? The weak creatures not understand this portal. Wait, they're not here! Oh no! Were they on the first initial floor and I just went back up here? For seemingly no reason. My mistake. Well, I'll keep the level if it means number of attacks times 3, that's fine.
Ferocious wind!
Just lowering Lucia's defense is the ultimate disrespect. Boo, I agree. I'm not really mad. I mean, it's possible that they went into those other side rooms with the orbs.
Dodge this!
The only bad news, at least for more Lunar, is that I will be going on vacation next weekend. So there'll be a break for a full week before Lunar continues. I wish so many of these staircases didn't look so similar.
We've got to keep our strength up.
Because it's so easy to just get yourself in a circle not realizing where you're going, and the enemies will respawn.
Dodge this!
Okay, I see. It's possible, I mean, I have one other place I can check as I'm on the way out.
I have the statue. No dialogue from examining the pedestal, had to check.
Dodge this!
Gwyn leveled up.
Ferocious wind!
Okay. Alright, so side room. No! This is all an elaborate plot by Sofar to prevent Lucia from making it to Pentagoulia. I am utterly appalled. Can't believe it. Did we come from this door or no? I don't think we did. This takes us back down. Yeah, this takes us down. Okay. I think. It might have been another working designs change. But in any event, let's go back to Grandpa Gwyn's home. Just leave their cruiser just like parked right here. We could just take it, drive it home. One thing I did like about Eternal Blue Complete, Eternal Blue versus Complete, and I'm not sure if this will change later with some of the more core characters, is characters following you in the overworld. It's strange that Gwyn doesn't do it and Lucia doesn't do it. Because in Eternal Blue on the Sega CD, they would definitely follow you. Weekly dishwashing duty. Blue, silver, and white days, Gwyn. Gold, green, and black days, Hero. Red days, Ruby. Oops, I didn't want to do that. She's about to faint dead away, Hero. Help me bring her over to the couch. Ah, this will do nicely. Okay, Hero, I want you to stay here with Lucia. I'll go downstairs and find a book that tells us how to break the curse. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Anyway, why don't I instead look at this? I'm not sure about the poetry you're mentioning. Where would the poetry be located? It must have been awfully lonely on the Blue Star, especially if Lucia was there all by herself. Oh, I thought I looked at it before and it didn't have poetry there. Lucia must be having a nightmare, Hero. How horrible. Leo said she was the destroyer. Do you think she really is? I don't know what to think. I must find Althena as soon as possible. Help me to resume my search for her. We can't look for her yet, Lucia. You have to rest until we figure out how to lift this curse. No time. Zophar will... Bleh. Zophar is the essence of evil. His strength grows with each passing moment. If he regains control of the power he once held, this world will be destroyed. This world. Destroyed? I came to stop him. Ah, such pain. The 4 dragons of Althena did not respond when I called to them at the Blue Spire. Zophar said that he sealed away their power, and if the dragons are helpless, then only the power of the goddess herself will be able to stop Zophar's madness. That is why I am searching for Althena, and that is why you humans must help me. Then Leo is wrong. Lucia came here to save our world, not to destroy it. I can't wait until that arrogant hair splitter realizes how wrong he is about you, Lucia. You mean the one who referred to me as the Destroyer? He cannot understand the true nature of my existence, nor can any human. That is all I can tell you, and for your safety, all you must know. Scion Desert, Midoriya Plains, Eastern Katarina, Scion Desert, Larpa, Small Village, Dalton, Seaside Town. I don't see any poetry in the bookshelf, unless you mean the ones downstairs, which I read all of them earlier and I didn't see any poetry. A curse, how to break a curse. I know that I've read about how to accomplish it. Oh bother, where did I put that book? It has to be around here somewhere. Dag nabbit. Here, I thought I told you to keep a close eye on Lucia. She's in grave condition, my boy. That book has got to be here somewhere. Dag nabbit, brain work. I don't have time, hero. You must watch Lucia while I look for instructions on how to break the curse. Hop to it, boy. What does she mean by that, Lucia? Is Lucia trying to tell us that she's not human? Oh, I see. I am, Here it appears that this curse is far beyond anything I have the ability to cure myself. We would need a priest with special training and exceptional power to dispel it. And what if we can't find a priest, Grandpa? What else can we do to save Lucia? There's nothing else we can do, hero. I fear that Lucia's life is... Tarnation, how can I forget? I believe there's a priest by the name of Ronfar in the village of Larpa. I knew his father back in the day, and he's a good kid. I just pray he can help us. Larpa's on the opposite side of the lake, and you don't have the time to journey there on foot, so we'll have to use the boat. I'll get it ready while you bring Lucia outside, alright, my boy? It's time to go, Lucia. Just put your arm around my shoulder and hold on tight. Yes, we must leave at once. Lucia, I know you're not feeling very well, but I need to make sure that we're straight about something. Hero is helping you out because he's a nice guy, but he's all mine. Got that? What? What do you mean by that? I don't understand. I mean, you shouldn't get too close to Hero because you'd be setting yourself up for a fall. Now I understand. You mean that Hero tends to trip people who get too close. I'll remember to walk several paces behind him in the future. No, 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 that's not what I meant. You're too dense to be a threat to me. Let's just go. Hey, I haven't seen this in a while. It's Grandpa's haiku book. Master of Dragons, colors white, blue, red, and black. The Dragon Master, to save those beyond her power she surrendered, dearest Althena. Borgin may be fat, and he may sweat like a pig, but it's glandular. Heavenly bodies, eyes gaze upward in reverence, goddess in a thong. Some of these are really funny. When trapped by darkness, remember love and friendship, be human and free. You know you love me, my fluffy majestic hair, but please call me Nash. Ronfar is the man. Watch him roll his loaded dice and rob people blind. Azure in the sky, shining down on us below, our past, our future. Boy, Grandpa's really talented. A dragon master, born to protect his goddess. His love ends evil. A pink flying cat, flaming breath and acid tongue. Red dragon ruby. Assembly of gods, the damnation of a world. A new beginning. A fear for my heart, and for the flesh torn clean by. A nipple yanker. Flames burn through my lungs, consuming all that oppose a young red dragon. Okay, looks like we are done, and unfortunately I'm having to loop them all again. I did not know about that, especially since it wasn't there the first time I had read the shelf. Probably the first time I would have read it in complete as well. Thank you for that. All right, Lucia. Okay, my boy, the boat's ready to sail. Find the priest and save Lucia from this curse. What do you mean, Grandpa? Aren't you coming with us? Lord, no, little one. I'm just too old for this sort of thing now, and I know you'll be fine. I've taught you well, hero, and you're a bright boy. You make me proud. But, Grandpa, no buts about it, young man. Besides, I've got a million books to catch up on, so get moving. Remember to seek out Ronfar when you get to Larpa. Alright, one moment. Pretty sure I know the answer to this, but I do want to just double check. Okay, so there will be the first bromide there. Oh, hold down the confirm button to auto-progress text. Okay. I thought I did that. I guess I didn't. There we go. I miss encounters on the world map, but I know that's not everyone's thing. Hello there, kiddies. You sure have wandered a long way from home to end up here. Larpa's a great town, but it's also crawling with criminals, and you're a little too fresh-faced. You might want to explore Dalton, the port city to the west. I hear they even have law enforcers there. Okay, one moment. Mom and Papa each have 3 jobs, so I work at the store instead of going to school, but that's just what Papa told me to tell you, so don't be sad. Are you going to buy something? Does it not show the effect? That's so strange. It would show it in Sega Seed, Silver Star Story Complete. It would actually show the increase. But here I have no clue if I'm getting stronger or weaker. Is there a button that it's tied to? Why even have it tied to a button at all? Why not just tell me if it's better or worse? Obviously, we're going to lose the agility and the other stat up from switching to a different dagger, but... Wow, this is really a terrible port. Let me... We'll have to load if I don't like the items. Yeah, what a downgrade. And by terrible port, I mean just complete in general. I'm not talking about the remaster. I mean, it's not necessarily the remaster's fault. That's pretty pivotal stuff. And, you know, if the first game didn't do it, fine, but the first game did. Okay, it's 12... Oh, so it does give you 1 extra attack. It just wasn't clear because the first dagger we had also gave 1 extra attack. And post-sword, if it's like Sword Dance, it's going to scale by number of attacks as well as attacks. I'm not sure if we want that or not. It's kind of rough, actually. Oof. We'll see about how we feel. Thank you so much. Mama and Papa will buy me lots of toys if you keep shopping here. Mama and Papa are out of town. They told me to make a lot of money while they're gone. We may need these for our plant boss, Plantera. You're looking for Ronfor? What kind of business do you have with that filthy dog? I still can't believe that lowlife cheated me out of my house in a game of chance. I know those dice were as loaded as the losers stumble out of the tavern on cheap drinks night. Even with all your grinding, you still rarely have enough funds to buy every item each new area. Yeah, I've noted, that can be a bit more tricky, I think, because you need items and equipment more in this game than I think you need to do in shopping in Silver Star Story Complete, with the exception of being Meribia, probably, as being like the big example of where you absolutely need to upgrade. I had the best view of Western Larpa, and now I live in a tent down by the river. Please don't tell me you're in cahoots with that shameless prig. Angel's Tear. I had to do that a lot because I was running out of inventory space carrying the bromides and everything with Null. Ahoy, little landlords, can I help you with something? Well, this ain't a passenger ship, it's a freighter. We haul cargo to and from ports of call. Why are we here in Larpa? We're picking up a big batch of pickled Saiyan cactus. I don't understand these kids today. Their heads are too filled with nothing but flibbity-flu. This town is filled with juvenile delinquents who spend their days drinking and gambling. Ah. I know who you are. But first you might think I'm a lousy stinking bar wench, and you'd be right, but it wasn't always. There was a time when I was one of the most popular singers in all of Meribia. Unfortunately, I had this habit of getting drunk and starting brawls with the customers. Hey buddy, are you looking for someone or are you having an involuntary neck spasm? So you're looking for the priest named Ronfar? Well, what are you doing in here? Just a wild guess, but you'd probably find a priest in the sanctuary instead of a bar. Hey guys, why waste your time looking for this Ronfar guy? I mean, why not forget about him and join me in an exciting game of dice rolling? I promise to go easy on you the first couple of rounds. Well, what do you say? I know that a real man would take a shot at fame and fortune. Tell you what, let's sweeten the deal. If you win, I'll hand over the keys to my humble home. But if I win, I get your flying cat thing. I'm sure I can find a use for it. Pet shop, zoo, stew. What? You want to eat me? Hero would never offer me up as a bet, you barbarian. Well, wax my eyelashes and call me hairless. A man that won't gamble with me? Amazing. Come on, Hero, let's get out of here. This barbarian doesn't have anything to offer us. Yeah. I remember buying them in the shop, Ramus's shop, the bromides, and it actually de-equipped Alex's slots because he ran out of space. And I'm so afraid that it was going to cause me to, like, start losing items by mistake. So I tried to be very, very careful. I'm looking to see if there's any other chests before going to the church we obviously have to go to. No, I'm not Ronfar, don't I wish. That guy has all the luck in the dice, and with the ladies. There's a priest in the sanctuary, but he's an idiot. No big surprise, of course. When a priest of Althena's chosen to send to Larpa, it's a punishment, not a reward. Ronfar says, I need to speak with you of an urgent matter. I will return when I have completed the day's work. Take care, friend. LM. Hero, the letter says Ronfar. I was sure this was his house. I wonder where he is. So, Leo. Yes, Ronfar used to be a priest, but he's certainly not a member of Althena's Chosen anymore. Why did he leave? That's none of my business and none of yours. I don't care about his past. I just care about him coming back home and curing my damn athlete's foot. Herb, another one? Forget it. 20 is our limit. There we go. Oh yeah, so I was definitely freaking out. Like, what if I lose a bromide? Oh my goodness. What if it, like, I lost my rings? Be a bit stressful. Only the most valuable members of Althena's Chosen are allowed inside the holy city of Pentacoolia. Not just anyone can be allowed to enter the presence of the goddess herself. Yes, Althena is in the holy city. If If I continue to serve the goddess with all my effort, I might be allowed into Pentagulia someday. It's so strange how deliberate a lot of the animations are, like going up and down stairs, opening this door, waiting for it to open. Because it's not tied, like for some of these, it's not tied to like the disc loading, it's tied towards them finishing the action. So even a remaster can't really help with that, even with like instant loading times on like PS5, things like that. Oh yeah, that's awful. Sorry to hear that. Thankfully, I don't think you need to like still retain all of the bromides to get the trophy for collecting them all, but you know, it's definitely rough if you want to have them all in your inventory. 601, 602, 603. This is all of today's donations. The people of Larpar aren't just a bunch of heathens. They are a bunch of tightwads. Poor you. I'm sorry, young man. Donations to Althena are strictly non-refundable. I'm not here for a refund. My friend has been cursed, and we've come here to find a priest who can lift it. His name is Ronfar. Can you introduce us to him? He's got to be around here somewhere. Ronfar, that heathen has never set foot in this sanctuary, and he never will. I'm appalled that you would dare to invoke such an infamous name in this sacred place. All that Ronfar will lift from your cursed friend is your money pouch. Rest assured of that. What? But Grandpa Gwyn told us. I don't care what you heard. If you want to find Ronfar, search the tavern, not the sanctuary. I still can't believe there was ever a time when that rogue was one of the chosen. If Ronfar isn't drinking at the bar, he's most likely fornicating in his house in ill repute. I just don't understand how we could give up a life of purity for such a life of depravity. If you offer your silver to the goddess Althena, your mind and body will grow strong. The more money you give the goddess, the more she'll rejoice in your kindness. I see suspicion in your eyes, boy. You must have faith in Althena, or your donations mean nothing. Oh, I did not know that that's how it worked. So, that... You must have had to reload your save then at that point. That's awful. I'm sorry. I had to reload my Silver Star Story complete save. I had made it to the area right outside of Muriad, right outside Muriad Woods. I bought all three of the bromides from Ramus's shop, but I did not buy the Rememberizer because I didn't have enough money, which locked the shop. So I had to reload and start the game completely over. Which didn't take very long, but was a bit frustrating. I see. I didn't realize it was tied to that. I thought it was just like having them. I know he admired the collection, but I guess I didn't think about how it was related to how many you had in your inventory space total.
What are you doing back here? Getting real sick of your face.
Well, we're getting sick of your games, Ronfar. We know who you are.
So, you're looking for Ronfar, huh? What do you want with that useless deadbeat? That might even be too nice a word. Man, I can't believe he was ever a priest for Althena. Anyway, I'll tell you where your guy is if you beat me in a game. 'Cause there's only one thing I've found I can put my trust into. These babies!
Well, then I guess I didn't have to restart that save. Oh well! Well, kid, are you gonna shoot the dice with me? Beat me and I'll tell you about Ronfar. Sure, why not? So will you bet, even or odd dice? I'm taking the odd. Even, I won, kiddo. I guess Ronfar's secret pass is gonna stay that way unless you're willing to try again. Ready and willing. Even. Ah, tie, win. I guess Ronfar's secret pass is gonna stay that way unless you're willing to try again. No, I know what I mean. Here, you can't just give up. Come on, let's try again. What, you're still coming back for more? I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Haven't you figured out that I'm using my super lucky dice? I think it's more like super loaded dice if you ask me, you big cheater. Now let's keep our voices down. I'd hate to see you kicked out of here. Hero, I can't. Help me. Okay, I didn't realize that either, but good to know for future playthroughs. What's wrong with this girl? Her skin is cold and clammy. Tell you what, let's get out of here. She can rest at my place, and so can you. Come with me. might think of it. Okay. I guess they don't care. This isn't Lunar 1 where dialogue updates on the fly with everybody, and I stand corrected. Oh my, your girlfriend must be very sick to collapse like that. You must be so worried. But it is true in the larger sense. Like, once you leave a town, it doesn't want to update later. They're more focused with driving you forward. That's why there's, like, no fast travel with white dragon wings between places. It's just kind of... It's just the larger scale of the game. And so updating dialogue everywhere is not as urgent. But events within towns as they happen, they can update text, it looks like. Your girlfriend must be very sick to collapse like that. You must be so worried. Lucia isn't Hero's girlfriend. She's just someone we decided to help out. There's only room for one girl in Hero's life, and that room is occupied. And then run off collecting scenes. I'm not sure how collecting scenes will work. That's one of the reasons I'm going to go check that trophy out a bit later, because I don't understand. Like, the description of one of the trophies is... Let me read it. If I can get to it. Forgotten record, saw a memory of the past. I have no idea what that means. And then there is one here that says visited all places of memory. No clue what that means either. So I'm gonna have to like Google search that, YouTube search that, because I'm like, I have no idea how to achieve a trophy like that, because I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Buy some sweet, sweet fruit right here, right now at 500 silver each. Get it while it's fresh. No way, hero. This Chisler is charging outrageous prices. That's her brother on the right. He and his friend are having a drinking contest. The rules are very simple. The first guy to spew his booze is the loser. I suggest giving my brother some breathing room. I've seen him lose these contests before. My friend here thinks he can drink more than I can, but I have the goddess on my side. I have a blue birthmark on my butt in the shape of the blue star. It's a sign of Althena's blessing. 3 words, pal. Too much information. And are you sure it's not just a bruise from getting your butt kicked in bar fights? Okay. So that one will be tied to that. Yeah, that one you can't miss. What's that? You don't know where Ronfor is? Well, go away and figure it out. Don't you know better than to interrupt a man in the middle of a drinking contest? Bring me another brew. Serving wench, I need to show my friends what lightweights they are. Yeah, it's just like, I guess it's the all scenes of memory I'm gonna have to like figure out what is that even missable? Is that something story mandatory? It's such a strange language. Welcome to Casa de Ronfar. Your lady friend is inside, so come on in. A letter? I was in such a hurry to put that poor girl into bed I must have missed it. Let's see what pearls this oyster has to impart, shall we? Ronfar, I need to speak with you of an urgent matter. I'll return when I have completed the day's work. Take care, friend. LM. Well, I was wondering when he was going to stop by and say hello. He could have at least told us what LM stands for. Any area that had an anime scene? Like, any? Because this one says all places of memory, so I need to return to every single area in the entire game that would have had a cutscene. Yeah, I'm gonna need a YouTube video for that. When I'm assuming that's epilogue only, because there's no, well, but there's anime cutscenes in the epilogue. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna need. Like I said, I'm gonna need a YouTube video. That's nuts. Okay, wow. Not a fan of that trophy. This girl is the reason you sought me out, isn't it? You want me to heal her? You want me to call upon the goddess Althena? Well, buddy, I hate to break it to you, but Althena and me have gone our separate ways. Take her to the sanctuary and see if the priest can help you, because I can't. You're a persistent little bunch, aren't you? Well, listen up. I'm a gambler, not a priest. I parted ways with the Chosen long ago, buddy, and a cat left the curse on your friend. What's this? Another visitor to Casa de Ronfar? Must be my lucky day today. Ronfar, where are you, friend? Do you have company? Hero, that's the voice of Lord Leo. What are we gonna do? He'll take Lucia for sure. I'm not strong enough to fight Leo, but we can't run away and leave Lucia. I take it you've met my overachieving friend? But why are you so afraid of him? Tell you what, you stay here and I'll go see what he wants. And calm down, jeez. So do you do it during the epilogue or does it matter? Say, friend, long time no see, but I guess you've been busy. So what's this urgent matter that brings you to the Den of Thieves, also known as LARPA? I was tricked, Ronfar. A young brat named Hero fooled me and helped a destroyer to escape. I never suspected it would assume the form of a human female. That was my first and last mistake. The destroyer disguised as an innocent girl? That's pretty heavy stuff, Leo. Come on, Ronfar, don't turn us into Leo. Did you hear the shock in Ronfar's voice, Hero? He's gonna turn us in. We're dead meat on a stick. You sound surprised, Ronfar. Have you heard talk of this girl? Well, Leo, what I know about that girl, along with a nickel, will buy you a warm cup of Jack Squat, but I'll keep my ears open. Thank you, Ronfar. I shall resume the search tomorrow. The destroyer will be found. Ronfar, I have another request to make of you. I wish for you to rejoin Althena's Chosen. The goddess needs your skill and strength, Ronfar, just as you require her guidance. At the start of the epilogue. So, I beeline to East Noda at the start of the epilogue, but that's not to get the true ending. Are you saying I have to go there after getting the true ending to get that for the trophy, or are you saying that I just go there immediately at the start? Sorry, I'm asking so many questions. It's just that you've provoked a number of them by your responses, and you're being very helpful. I appreciate it. The goddess needs your skill and strength around her just as you require guns. Surely you realize the pain that you caused Moray the day you left so abruptly. As I expected, Ronfar, when you are confronted with truth, you cannot bear to face it. Oh, makes sense. You have to tell her to forget about me, Leo. She's too good for me, and we both know it. You judge yourself too harshly, Ronfar. You gave your utmost, and although you failed, she managed to survive. You must let go of the past, Ronfar, and embrace the future. I shall be at the sanctuary until morning. Come and see me if you change your mind. It's not that easy, Leo. Nothing ever is. Hey, Hero, Ruby, Here, we have to get Ronfar to break this curse. Lucia's weakening by the second. You know, back in Pentagoulia, Leo is my best friend in the world. We were like brothers, and I lied to him just for you, stranger. But I lied on a strong hunch that you are doing what you think is right. I could see it in your eyes. You don't believe that girl is a destroyer at all. I was just like you once, a young kid all fired up with ambition. But there's something I just don't understand, buddy, and I need you to explain it to me. Why do you believe in Lucia's innocence? Why are you willing to risk your freedom and your life? If you don't want me to rat you out to Leo, you will tell me the answer. I'm helping Lucia because she's a babe. Oh, that's an option. Because she needed my help. Well, I found out right away that Lucia needed to meet with the goddess Althena. But she's a stranger in this world, Ronfar. She doesn't know anyone or anything. Oh, no worries. I apologize. It's okay. I apologize for Twitch being Twitch. She was willing to look for the goddess all alone, and there's no way I could let her do that. I think I'm going to leave out the part about how blindingly beautiful she is. I just did what any decent guy would do, Ronfar. I helped out a person in need. I can't really explain it. There's just something about Lucia. Leo thinks she's the destroyer, but he's wrong. Lucia has come here from the Blue Star to save our world, not to destroy it. You're doing a noble thing, Hero. Very noble indeed. If only I had been so noble with Mari. If only I hadn't failed her. If only I hadn't left her, all alone. Why am I having these stupid thoughts? All that I care about now are the dice. Okay, Hero, here's the deal. We're playing this dice again. Win and I help you and Lucia. Lose and I give you the boot from Casa de Ronfar and deny I ever met any of you. You might think it's chance, buddy, but I call it fate. Are you ready to roll? Hero, forget about it. We know that Ronfar's dice are loaded. No, Ruby. These dice only roll straight and true. So which is it, odd or even? I think I'll go for even. Even! Haha, you won! Hero, you won! I guess those dice weren't loaded after all. Luck is with you today, buddy. I'm yours in the toss of a dice. To lift the curse, we'll need a statue of the goddess, and there's one in the sanctuary. We don't want to run to Leo, of course, so we'd better use the back door. Check this out. And then he blows up the door with lightning magic. Alright, except he doesn't do any of that. Ronfar, lift the curse, but humans cannot. Power of Athena is only stopped so far whole. What else can we do, Lucia? Can you hear me? I see it all so very clearly now. You are my only hope. We better hurry and get there while Lucia has the strength to walk or move. So looks like the bromide is after the scene, not before. So we'll save just in case we do something to forget the bromide. Also, Ronfar, you are level 12. Oh. Ronfar can equip our dagger? I mean, I could also get him the mace. I don't know how good the mace is, but he gets 2 attacks with this and he gets more speed, which I definitely think is important. I'll give him the adventurer's clothes for right now. Oh, right. We have to deal with this nonsense first. Oh, everyone can equip the daggers? Okay. It's been so long. Yeah, can Jean equip the daggers? That's what I thought. If she can, I'd be shocked. Let me check the trophy list for the dice. There was something. Oh, we don't have the dice move yet. We need to roll with Destiny dice. So I don't have Destiny dice yet. Oh, they can equip them. Wow. What is Destiny dice? Okay, so it is level 13. Oh, he's like 1 level off from learning it. Fine. Yeah, giving Jean 8 attacks is something. Try giving her more than that in Eternal Blue on the Sega CD, because that was like the best part of playing that. Good work. Oh, there's one hiding there. Well played.
Dodge this!
Purify herb? Yeah, but Jean was always the person who I gave extra attacks. He was like so incredible in the Sega CD version. $500 silver? Yeah, that'll definitely come in handy. That critical was great. Good work, Ronfar. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to tactics after this. 1 second. Quick. Thank you.
Yeah, I remember the death on the save case, on the staircase, which is why I played the ocarina so many times on the Silver Star on the Sega CD, not realizing, oh, that's not a thing. But I did it anyway, just in case it was a thing. And even funnier is if you played the demo disc of Lunar the Silver Star, Lunar Silver Star Story Complete, you could unequip the ocarina and soft walk at the end of the game because you can't use it, and so you just die. You just keep dying, and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, you gave him 255 attacks? You know what he would do, of course, if he had the power to do, like, 255 attacks. He'd turn to Mia and be like, check this out. And then he would comb his hair. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about this incredibly dangerous jump. Ah, well, are you ready? Hold on, Ronfar. What? When did you suddenly transform into a wussy boy? Lucia's counting on you, buddy. Ready as I'll ever be. 3, 2, 1, jump! Slam into Galleon. I'm surprised he didn't dodge most of those attacks. The Vile Tribe members in Galleon have, like, ridiculous evasion. Oh, I didn't see there was a door down there. No! I regret everything! I want to go back there and say hi. Okay, buddy, everything is prepped and ready. Now let's break the spell. Goddess Althena, governess of all creatures, hear my plea and grant my wish. Shatter the curse which has enveloped the heart and mind of this delicate creature. Shatter the darkness of evil with rays of holy light. Yeah, I've never tried codes with any of them. I did try to, like, legitimately get Ramus to level 99 on the Sega CD version. I stopped at 67. I still have my flash cart with it on there. I've never picked it up. I would only do it when I was, like, in the middle of, like, calls or something for work, where I was, like, taking notes with one hand and just pressing buttons with the other. He levels so much slower than Alex. Ronfar, what's wrong? Lucia's in agony. Don't you know what you're doing? You did do the ocarina thing. Of course you did. Anybody who owned the demo disc may have either intentionally or unintentionally have done it. This is impossible. The spell she's under is stronger than... Ronfar, talk to us. What's happening to Lucia? I've never failed to break a spell except once when... Oh, Mari. Theo, Ronfar, I'm in pain. Oh, help me. I just need a little more power. Hold on, Mari. Fight, Mari, fight. Stay with us. I won't let you give up. Ah, Mari. I play that moment back in my mind over and over. I won't go through something like that again. I'll save Lucia or die trying. Goddess Althena, Mother of the world, hear my plea and grant my wish. Snatch Lucia's soul from the jaws of darkness and purify her heart with your holy light. Is it the same sword dance scream that's used whenever he becomes a Dragon Master, or is it a different one? Because I know his sword dance yell changes whenever you get, like, all the dragon equipment and change, like your character model sprite. Well, how about that? Sweet success at the hands of Ronfar. Oh yes. Lucia still isn't completely free of the curse, but she's going to be fine for now. She's going to be alright? Thank you, Ronfar. Oh, I didn't know we still had worshippers in the sanctuary. Ronfar, why in Althena's name are you desecrating this holy place with your presence? Have you finally decided to give up your wicked ways and rejoin the Chosen? Alas, the sanctuary is closed. I do pray you can wait until tomorrow morning to repent. No thanks, old man. I don't have any need to come back to this place. Lucia, you can rest at my house with your friends. Let's go. Yeah. Dispel the Nightmare trophy has been earned. Speak to the man
outside the house above the Althena statue. I want to make sure I don't screw this up. It was the JP version. Okay. Where is the one outside the statue? Oh, okay. Got it. So it's gonna be this guy. You. Gimme. Oh my, it's you. I just can't help staring at your features. Your face is a work of art. I was wondering if perhaps you would model for me and allow me to paint your portraits? Are you kidding? Of course I will. Did you hear that, Hero? I'm gonna be a model. Oh my, I wasn't actually referring to you, although you certainly have a unique look of your own. Not even my wildest dreams have seen a woman so beautiful. I'm not getting it. Don't be shy, friend. Say hello to my little one. Isn't he adorable? He has his father's gentle eyes and wide smile. He's going to drive all the girls crazy. Gotcha. Oh, they mean the scene immediately following it. Yeah, because some of the timers on these bromides are really strict. I just didn't want to go off script until I was sure I did everything right. It was probably a bad idea to save in that slot in case I did something wrong. Look, little one, it's a flying pink kitty cat. Wave to the kitty cat. Oh, here, this baby is so cute. I don't even mind if the mother thinks I'm a cat. Hey there, little guy. You're the cutest baby ever. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. Considering I was in labor for 10 hours, this little one better not give me any trouble when he's older. Da-da-da, kya. Whoop, whoop, ha-ha. Yeah, that scene with resting is likely gonna come back in, gonna happen later. Because I remember that whole scene. But we're gonna go back to Ronfar's for now. I will find you, Destroyer, no matter how far you run or how cleverly you hide. I won't allow you to ruin all that the goddess has helped us to create. You do that. Yep. Although it was even worse with like the stupid story triggers in the PS1 version where you had to like go back, talk to that boat person several times. It was like so easy to screw that up. Lucia is sleeping like a baby. A very large, pale baby, but a baby nonetheless. Only the purity of Althena herself can restore the strength Lucia lost to the curse. I forgot how hard this healing stuff was. I need to sleep, and I suggest you guys do the same. That's a good idea. We have a long journey ahead. Thanks, Ronfar, for everything. Are you kidding, Hero? It's me who ought to be thanking you. What do you mean, Ronfar? Oh, nothing. I think Lucia has laid claim to the bed, so feel free to crash on the floor. I suggest using an empty bottle as a pillow. Good night. Hero, look, Lucia's bed is empty. Where do you think she went? Oh no, what if Leo sneaked in during the night and took her? I really hope you're wrong, Ruby, let's go and look for her. No, but Mari, please, no. Ronfar's really proof from lifting that curse. He's sleeping like a rock. What he did for us was really nice, Hero. He's not as bad as I thought he was. I am proud of myself that the only fight I used the White Dragon Protect was Galleons at the end. I guess I didn't have to use it, I just didn't want the instant death move to keep activating. Yes. I'm sorry. Should have asked for permission, but I was just so enchanted by her that I couldn't help myself. It's the best work I've ever done, and when you see her, I'd like you to give it to her, alright? Lucia's bromide number 1. It's a picture of Lucia. Hey, this is Lucia. When did you see her? Where did she go? Tell me what you know and tell me now. Oh my, I didn't mean to upset you with the picture I took. I saw you traveling with her earlier and assumed you were friends. I invited her in to meet my wife and child a short while ago. Give me. Staring at the sky. It just like instantly fades out. It doesn't even subtly fade out. Can we equip the bromide? We cannot, not in this. Now that our little one is finally asleep, I can start making dinner. Oh, Hero, you have to see this baby. He's the cutest little kid I've ever seen. I agree with you. Please don't speak so loudly. He just fell asleep a few minutes ago. Sorry about that, ma'am. We're looking for a friend of ours by the name of Lucia. She has long dark hair, creamy skin, and she's wearing a fancy red cloak. You're friends of the girl in the red cloak? Yes, I've seen her very recently, in fact. She was quite a strange one. She barely said a word the entire time she was here. I had to run to the store for some groceries, so I asked her to watch my baby for a few minutes. What is this strange noise coming out of this tiny, wrinkled human? I actually never picked up the hell ring. That would have really helped. But I never actually got that item in my playthrough. Is he crying again? My poor baby had been restless all day long, because just being able to half MP cost for Alex would have been huge. Is he crying again? My poor baby has been restless all day long, that's what she said. Hey, little one, I'm here now. I missed you too. There. Excuse me. But why is your little one crying so loudly? Is he ill? His skin is so very wrinkled. Ah, he wasn't able to get his copy off of Amazon before Gung Ho sold out. That's why he was crying. No, dear, it's nothing like that. He was crying because he was lonely. Lonely? I know it will make you feel better, little one. Are you ready? Here we go.
La 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 la
Just abruptly cuts off. Nothing makes my little one fall asleep faster than a lullaby. Look at the smile on his face. Must be nice to be able to sing and not get kidnapped. Not used to that. What kind of magic did you use on the little one? Was that a sleeping spell? I've never seen that type of magic before. Could you teach it to me? That wasn't magic, dear. Just a very rusty singing voice. Didn't your mother ever sing lullabies to you as a child? My mother sang to me all the time. I've never heard a lullaby until now. As with many things in this world, it is very strange. You've never heard a lullaby? I find that very hard to believe, dear. You just don't remember. You're wearing a very lovely garment, by the way. Did you buy it somewhere in Larpa? No, they wouldn't have anything this fancy here. You must be from out of town. Someplace where they don't sing lullabies to children. Ha ha ha. Then she asked if I knew where she could find Althena. I suggested that she speak with the mayor. He seems to know everything about everything. So I figured he'd know where to find the goddess. I knew she was anxious to find Althena, but couldn't she at least have waited for us this morning? Could you tell us where to find the mayor's house, ma'am? It's the mansion at the north end of town. She left as soon as I told where it was. Of course she did. Well, here, let's go track her down and try to explain that patience is a virtue. Oh yes, I remember the girl in the red cloak. She was very sweet and very curious about my baby boy. She had questions about traveling to Dalton, so I sent her to see the mayor at the north end of town. Look here, he's opening his little eyes. He's staring right at us. Did you hear that, Hero? He's laughed at us. He's so cute. Yeah. I saw that beautiful girl walking in the direction of the mayor's house a short while ago. At least I believe it was a while ago. I was so absorbed in my portrait that I lost track of time. If this guy was any more obsessed with Lucia, he'd cut his ear off and mail it to her. Poor I want the chest. Give me that. Saucepan lid. This might come in handy. Oh. It's not Ramus's, but it'll have to do. +2 defense. Love it. All mine. The girl in the red garment is a friend of yours, isn't she? She's quite a strange one. She was quiet, and she looked at everything around her with an intense curiosity. There are a lot of unusual people in LARPA, but that girl was by far the weirdest I've ever encountered. Are you friends with that weird girl in the red robe? She was just here staring at this table. She was so fascinated by it that I asked her if she was gonna marry this stinking thing. Maybe she noticed that I'm the only stinking person in this place who polishes the furniture. Hey, little ones, wasn't that girl with the red robe walking around with you earlier? She had a meeting with the mayor earlier, and I don't know what she said, but she really pissed him off. He ain't as crazy when he was a kid, but he's still got a temper. You better get her out of town. Before I do, though, LARPA's annual budget, highly confidential. Do not file an easily accessible bookshelf. Bribes, 30,000. Escorts, 15,000. Gambling, 5,000. Ale, 10,000. Prisons and schools, 0. LARPA's annual budget. Oh, it's the same in all of the shelves, I guess. When Althena's children combine the strength of their hearts and minds, anything can be achieved. The goddess smiles upon us when we show understanding and love for one another. LARPA was founded by a group of entertainment specialists to provide an oasis of adult recreation, where citizens from around the world can drink and gamble without fear of police harassment. I feel this is kind of Kyle's doing. The beer's upstairs and he's so mad that smoke's coming out of his ears. Heh heh heh. Oh, there was a girl that was in here before. She was in a red robe. I wanted her to be my friend, but she only wanted to talk to Daddy. Daddy got mad at her about something, and she went away. The mayor is in a really bad mood right now. I wouldn't talk to him if I was yous. If you make the boss any angry, he'd tell me to crack your skulls, and I don't want to do that. You people are friends of the girl named Lucia? Don't try to deny it. Several of my sources saw you in her company at places throughout LARPA. I'm told you even escorted her into the sanctuary of Althena's Chosen without permission. She wanted information and I told her she could travel to Pentagoulia by way of a ship in Dalton. Then the crazy girl left without paying my fee, and no one leaves without paying my fee. No one. But now that you're here, I'll just get the fee from you. Now hand over 30 silver or I'll be very upset. Hero reluctantly parts with 30 silver, like a reference to Silver Star Story Complete 1,000 years ago. 30 silver for that kind of money, you could share the contents of your entire brain with us. Trust me, child, you'll never have enough money to buy most of the secrets in my skull. Do you realize we could have bought 3 huge fish for 30 silver, Hero? I'm gonna cry. I'm not worried about your appetite, Ruby. I'm worried about where Lucia went. I could charge you extra, but I'm so nice that I'll tell you where she went for free. She told me that she was going to the harbor to see the sand ships. Perhaps you people can share some information with me about Lucia. Where in the world is she from? When I asked her for my fee, she had the impudence to say money. What is money? Anyway, if you find her at the harbor, you might want to tell her what money is all about. Oh, who am I trying to kid? Our daughter is dumber than a camel and uglier than one too. It'll be a miracle if she finds a man who could stand to look at her, much less marry her. Oh, what happens if you don't have the silver? I mean, obviously, we probably have to sell something. Oh, wait, that's a soft lock in the original, or no? Is it a very funny soft lock? Because I'm assuming you can't leave town. Even if you can, there's no way to go back to someplace you get EXP, right? Oh, hi, Lucia. There you are, Lucia. We've been searching all over LARPA for you. Do you know how worried we were? You shouldn't have just left without a word. But you look so much better than you did yesterday. How do you feel? Much of the affliction is gone, Ruby, but I am still recovering my strength. Lucia?
I did not know humans possessed such wondrous powers. That shouldn't be possible unless Althena was the source of these powers. What a strange world I've come to. Its beauty is unsurpassed, and yet it remains filled with such mystery and emotion. Why is the flower so soft, and the snake so deadly? Why do some love, and others hate? Is this land of contrast and contradiction the same one that Althena created? A land that so far rises to destroy.
Lucia.
Hero, thank you for your assistance. I must go now.
And just where do you think you're going, Missy? Pentagulia, the holy city. I have learned that I can travel to Althena City from the port city of Dalton, so that is where my task now leads me. Dalton, but Lucia... I thank you two for your help, and please extend my thanks to Gwyn and Ronfar. Lucia, wait! I know that parting from Hero is the correct decision, but why do I feel so? Goodbye, Hero. I will miss you. Lucia, don't go! Oh no, if only I could jump down from this very small gap and chase after her, but I won't. She's gone, Hero, and after all we did for her. Well, at least we know she's okay. Let's go home and tell Grandpa about our adventures. I mean, it's fine. I understand we can't make that jump. It's not like we explore ruins for a living during our spare time. There was simply nothing we could do. Let's go home and tell Grandpa about our adventures. I can't believe Lucia is just walking out of my life. Well, bye. Hey, Hero. Oh, I see. I would have, they could have had it where, like, Ruby would be like, oh, you don't have anything? Fine, I'll dip into my secret stash. Here you go. And then, like, she pays it. Just you and your pink pests, huh? Where's the honey pot? All the villagers are talking about her. I guess she's really got around this morning. She's gone, Ronfar. This is what she told us. What? She went to Dalton? And you guys didn't stop her? What were you idiots doing? Dalton is the next destination of the dragon ship Destiny. It's probably already there. Lucia is marching right into the hands of the Althena's guard. Oh, this is bad, Hero. Very, very bad. What are we gonna do? There's only one thing we can do, Ruby. Hero, I recognize that look. You want to rescue her, which leads me to the following conclusion. Sleeping on the floor gave you a dent in your head. Leo and his men will slaughter you, kid. I usually try not to mess with armies that wield the power of a supreme being. Leo might work for Althena, but he's flesh and blood, just like me, and I can beat him. I'm going to make him realize that Lucia's here to save us, not destroy us. Leo changes his mind about as often as I change my socks, pal, which is to say never. But I get the feeling you're even more stubborn than he is. Ah, foolish youth. I guess I'm a part of this mess now. Why aren't I surprised about that? It's about time I gamble with my future, and I'm betting it on you, buddy. Don't worry, Ronfar. We won't crap out. Let's go to Dalton and set Leo straight, shall we? Yeah, there were a number of lines that I figured were gonna get redacted or changed. This, and of course, all of Jean's initial lines about what kind of magic she's using, I imagine are not going to be present in this. But we shall see. Very, very soon. I am sad that Jess did not say you dumb bastard, because people say bastard in the first game. So it's kind of mystified that it didn't happen. So let's see. It is 3. Okay, we've been live for 3 hours. I have to get off in about 25 minutes. We need to get Ronfar to level 13.
Touch this! Lady Luck be kind.
Dodge this!
Oh yeah, I need to get Rontar some equipment, don't I? Let's go back. Which are the main two Lunar games? So it depends on the version. Right now, my favorite version of Lunar 1 is actually the remastered version of Silver Star Story Complete. Prior to that game's release, it was actually Lunar the Silver Star on the Sega CD. I just felt that it had better flow than any other iteration of Lunar. You could just speed through the game so quickly and efficiently. Eternal Blue, definitely the Sega CD version. I prefer it vastly to this. But if I had to pit Lunar 2 and Lunar 1 against each other, Lunar 2 on the Sega CD wins. Because I like its story so tremendously. The battle system is really good and more fleshed out than 1. Jean can attack like 11 or 12 times with the Black Dragon magic, plus certain combinations of accessories, plus certain fist combinations. And the final boss rush at the very end of the Sega CD version is more enthralling than the one in this. It's probably one of the best final boss fights I've ever done in any RPG. It just every turn tested you, and so was just extremely satisfying. And it's just such an emotional ride of a game. Yes, so I mean, we could buy this, but I don't think I will. Oh, CD versus this version? Because I like the random encounters. This game basically took the dungeons of the Sega CD and copy and pasted it into Eternal Blue Complete, which would work and all except for the fact that you have to factor in monsters are going to appear in these areas. So you just have monsters in very, very, very cramped spaces. The flow is a lot worse. Speed-wise, everything takes a lot longer on the PlayStation version to be able to accomplish anything. And I think that the Jean and some of the characters do a little bit better in that version as compared to this. The only thing that I acknowledge this version does quite a lot better is the scene with Lucia finding out what happens to Althena, like the ultimate fate of Althena. That one, she needed to speak to an old woman. She didn't need to speak to somebody who looks like they were barely 18 for that scene to have the impact it needed. But I find that it was a much more satisfying journey on the Sega CD version. This version, I see nothing but questionable decisions, like why do I only have 2-second bursts of running in dungeons before I stop to a complete and utter halt? Why is that fun? You don't need to do something like that. And in the Sega CD version, that wasn't necessary to do at all because there weren't seeable enemies. So it's just a very awkward experience playing this version versus the Sega CD. I vastly prefer it, despite the fact that you can fast forward in combat. I think it's definitely nice you can fast forward and have 4 times speed combat, but I greatly prefer the original to this. It was much, much closer of a decision for Lunar 1, Sega CD versus this.
Dodge this!
And plus the animations and everything really did push the Sega CD to its graphical limits, because it was definitely hindered by a lot of its programming. But like some of the scenes, like the fight between the animation scene between Zophar and Lucia, like that entire cinematic, was just like so captivating to watch. Yeah, I guess the thing is, you know, I only preferred the seeable enemies. I found them less bothersome once we had 4 times speed, because it was kind of irritating in the original, just because it meant that dungeons. Because the big thing for me is flow. It's always nice to have good flow. One of the things that makes you want to just hang up an RPG for the night and be done is you have a 30 or 40 minute cutscene, or you have a dungeon that's taking you 50 minutes to beat, and you're just spent. You don't feel like you can make any more meaningful progress for the day versus the effort it would take to do it. So you just want to stop playing for the day. Versus games where you would otherwise have the ability to get through a dungeon really quickly, or be able to go in and out of menus or things really, really fast. It's just a more overall streamlined experience to just go through the Sega CD version versus the others. So I more greatly I love it more. I kind of lost where my sentence was going, so if it sounded like it didn't make sense there towards the end, it's because I forgot the beginning of my sentence. Sorry. We've got Destiny dice. So we will be taking use of that because there was a trophy tied to that. You only stop if you're sleeping. Yeah, because the thing is, I will stop, because even the best of, because even like the original Silver Star Story Complete and you know this, you know, I'm like, you know, I don't have another hour dungeon in me. I'm stopping for the night. But like if it takes like 15 or 20 minutes in like the Sega CD versions, that's not a big deal to me. Yeah, you're definitely built different than I am. I could do it when I was younger, but I'm 36, about to turn 37. Like, I just do not have that kind of. I can't do like 20 billion homework assignments and play 20 billion RPGs to completion, and it only have 2 hours in real life time pass. I don't know how I did it when I was younger, doing all the things I did, but there's no way I could do it now. I accidentally chose auto battle. I meant to choose the other option. Yeah, we have to stop him.
Dodge this!
You have 32 years of experience with RPGs. Damn. What was your first RPG?
Lady Luck be kind.
Damn it. We lost. Well, he's not gonna live long enough to get the litany off. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Oh, he will. And he does do the yeah, baby, yeah. I was wondering about that. Final Fantasy USA, interesting. Yours was FF4. Mine was Chrono Trigger. And here's the embarrassing fact. I played Chrono Trigger when I was 7. I didn't beat it until I was 9.5. And the reason is when you got to Specchio, and he wants you to run around the room counterclockwise, or clockwise rather, I didn't know what clockwise meant. I had no idea what the word meant. So for about 2 years, that was the end of the game for me. I never thought to ask what does clockwise mean. Too shy and introverted. So I made no progress for 2.5 years. Even.
Lady Luck be
Come on! Use your damn loaded dice. Why am I doing this? You know what? We're gonna give you another shot at this, Rodpar.
Heal!
I'm doing even again.
Lady Luck be kind.
Yay! Totally worth it. couldn't read, couldn't talk, beat it when you were 3. Yeah, you know, for obvious reasons, my parents didn't want me to play, probably didn't want me to play the amount of video games I was playing when I was younger. But I don't even think they would have known, like, what a kid could play or what they couldn't. For all they knew, that all video games were like Mario jumping on a Goomba and just like bopping things on the head. So they're like, I don't want my kids playing this. And to be fair, like, a vast majority of the games were like that, so I can't really fault them.
Dodge this!
I accidentally chose the wrong option. I keep thinking it's because they reversed it from Superstar Story Complete. I keep choosing the wrong option.
Lady Luck, be kind.
Yay! Yeah, at least it's not 5 times in a row. Like, what is this? The rock, paper, scissors medal from Xenogears? Do I need that in my life? No, I don't. No, I never faked sick to play games. I think I was, like, too obsessed with getting, like, perfect attendance and things like that. I don't know why I was so obsessed with getting it, but I was.
Dodge this!
Odd.
Lady Luck, be kind.
Yeah! Awesome! Oh, Mech Rider 1 and Secret of Mana. What are your favorite RPGs? I've already said mine. It's Lunar 2 Eternal Blue on the Sega CD. It is without question like the best way to play Lunar 2, at least in my opinion.
Dodge this!
And I will pick... I'm picking even again.
Lady Luck, be kind.
Yay! 4 in a row! Only one more. If it was 5 in a row, we'd be in good shape for it. Let's go out to the north. Because we're about to enter Dalton. I only have like another 10 or so minutes before I have to get off for like a watch along. Metroid Fusion and finished the 3rd area with the Water Snake boss. I haven't played very many Metroid games, unfortunately. I do need to touch on or play some of the other ones. I'm feeling odd. As the dice, not I'm feeling odd as a person.
Lady Luck, be kind.
Oh, lost my 5 in a row streak.
Heal!
Paladin's Quest and Brainlord. That's an interesting choice. I've played Paladin's Quest. It's definitely odd to hear sound font that sounds like it should be on the Sega Genesis instead of the Super Nintendo. It has a sound font I haven't heard in like almost anything else. It's just so unusual. Why do I have the feeling that getting this 5th one is going to be miserable? I'm picking even, but it's going to be odd.
Lady Luck, be kind.
Well, this suddenly got terrible. He's not going to survive this. And he's out of MP. Lady Luck was not kind. He's going to die
Ferocious wind!
from the poison. This is fine. We will go out and we'll heal in Dalton then. Whatever. Whatever. I'm not mad. Brainlord I have not played. What is Brainlord on? Actually, let me look it up real fast. Brainlord video game. Super Nintendo RPG. Oh, it has that type of top-down look of it.
Oh, it was published by Enix. Seems to have a very good score for it. Oh, he sold most of your collection when he moved away. I'm sorry to hear that. It's always a frustrating thing. The only thing I was forced to sell were some of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I was younger, just because they said it was, quote, taking up too much space in my room, which, to be fair, this room does not house a whole lot of things. It's hard, which is why my entire Sega CD collection is in the room on the other side of this wall. Because there's no way I could fit the entire Sega CD library in here.
Hey, Chief, take a look. Isn't that Lucia?
But you must believe me, my story is true. I have no reason to lie. If I do not find Althena, before Zophar returns to power, he will destroy your world. Ha, you expect me to believe that, Destroyer? Althena's only order was to eradicate you, not to listen to your evil lies. I will fulfill my duty to the goddess I serve and bring you to justice. Soldiers, take the Destroyer below and seal it away. No, you can't. I won't allow it. Oh, Paladin's Quest was also leading. Yeah, you're right. It was. I didn't even think about that. Althena and I are one in our purpose. She would never command that I be destroyed. You have misunderstood your orders and brought shame onto yourself and Althena. You dare to place yourself in the company of the goddess, you insolent wench. Men seize her now or face Althena's wrath. You reveal your fiendish power at last, Lucia, but I will not let you escape. If we have a fight right now, I'm in serious trouble because I have not healed. You will kneel before my sword and succumb to my strength. Alright, we have this cinematic. I've saved this for you, infidel. Blah, blah. Guards, take this pathetic fraud to the brig. Yeah, the only game I had that was complete in box was Chrono Trigger. I never got like the big Earthbound or any of those other things. This can't be happening. How did Leo defeat her when you lifted the curse, Ronfar? Leo was the White Knight of Guard, Kitty Cat. Lucia never stood a chance against him. If we don't sneak onto the ship and get her out of there pronto, we all know what Leo would do. He won't do anything. We're going to rescue Lucia no matter who stands in our way. And unfortunately, that's the goddess statue right over there. What hero? The statue of goddess Althena has been shattered. We just have to find another way to restore our health. Welcome to the famous port city of Dalton. Are you merely travelers or are you members of Althena's Guard? I can't imagine what kind of deviant would have the gall to commit such vandalism. How will weary travelers refresh their spirits? I was just wondering that. Well, the only option is to visit the Sanctuary of Althena's Chosen. They have a statue of the goddess on proud display, and it works just as well as the statue did. I just don't like entering the sanctuary if I don't have to. It's a very strange place. Can I leave out of town now, or am I forced story-wise? I'm not forced. The game seems pretty lax when it comes to having you leave pivotal scenes, which I both do and don't like, so kind of cancels each other out. Herb. Northeast is for something amazing, and that ain't just a word I throw around. It's a thingamabob called the Star Dragon Tower. You keep going and you run through the Illusion Woods. Keep going through the Illusion Woods and you run to the village of Tagar. They say the Star Dragon Tower ain't got no entrance, so ain't no one's ever been inside. Check out the exceptional weapons and armor I have for sale today. Oh, alright, I will check it out. Oh yeah, we can barely afford a lot of this stuff. We have colorful bandana. Absolutely. Bracelet, sure. Wood shield, sure. No other Final Fantasies, no Earthbound or Chrono Trigger or the other two games. Wait, are you saying no as in... Oh, no complete box. I thought you meant no to those being your favorites. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what you meant by that. Super Mario RPG is probably one of my top... that along with Chrono Trigger and in Final Fantasy IV are probably my most beloved Super Nintendo RPGs ever. 6, I do really like 6, but it doesn't give you a feel-good takeaway, you know? It's just that it leaves you feeling kind of, all he did was win. Let's get everybody's equipment. You don't have them at all. Oh, okay. Have you played them? Wood shield. Yeah, unfortunately, it is going to be a weaker option. He does lose the 2 agility, but we'll still keep the dagger around just in case. Five is your favorite of the Super Nintendo mainline game. That's definitely interesting. You must have liked the class. Did you like the class aspect in particular then? I've never heard anyone say that that's their favorite. That's definitely fascinating to me. My favorite is probably 4, followed by 1. And then followed by 7, then 6. Oh, those were among the sold ones, I see. General store. Definitely will buy the Dragonfly Wing. Dispels all stat changes. I mean, that may have some use. I mean, if we can use it on enemies that bump their own stats, as opposed to just our own debuffs, that might be useful. But other than that, we've got... Oh, actually, this is hella cool as a concept, I see. Oh man, so we're nearing the end here. Let's just talk to a couple more people. We do need to go into there and get our HP healed up. Hey, if you promise not to repeat it, I'll tell you a secret story. Do you promise, do ya? Okay, I promise. You know that broken statue at the town entrance? I saw the guy who broke it. I did. It was really dark, because I was playing after sunset even though Mommy tells me not to. But I saw the guy's clothes, and he was wearing a big robe like the weirdos at the sanctuary. Mommy and Daddy have friends at the sanctuary, so I haven't told them, because they'd say I'm lying. If I were 10 years younger, I'd gladly enlist to serve under Lord Leo in the Guard. He's a wonderful leader and an honorable man, and the strongest of the 4 heroes. Leo might be strong, but what he's doing to Lucia is anything but honorable. All my friends have become members of Althena's Chosen. They seem to be very happy, and I'm very happy for them. I just wish the Chosen didn't place quite so many rules on themselves, and I don't understand why they ask for so much money. What's all that wealth being spent on? I did watch Nick Arcade growing up. Mikey's going down. I remember watching that. I always thought the concept of being in that type of a game was really cool. And I remember somebody uploaded on YouTube later on, some sort of behind the scenes footage of that area. And I don't remember what the link is. I just remember looking at that. Oh, it's weirdly inspiring as a part of the next game. I'm very interested to see what that'd be like. When I grow up, I want to be a strong man who can protect our world from evil. I really look up to the 4 heroes of Althena. They're my role models. When our world is walking on the road to ruin, the goddess Althena comes to us as a human being. She now lives in the holy city of Pentagoulia and uses the Chosen to share her teaching with everyone. They're all built like basically the same building. Only the goddess Althena can save this world from destruction, but she needs your donations to make this possible. Give freely of your wealth. We only have 563. He probably wants 100, 200. We're glad you decided to pray to our sanctuary. Please place your $100 silver donation to the statue's feet. Here's 100 silver. We really don't have a choice because we'd have to cross back to the other dungeon to go back to the other one, and we can't make it. Your favorites are controversial. 5, 2, 8, 13, and 3 are your top 5. Wow, that is controversial. I do like 2. 2J, it's really fun. It's so easy to be absolutely broken in that game that you just can't help but like it. but its dungeons with Picador are bad. Like, the dungeon designs are awful in 2. That is where the game kind of falls apart. Hero donates 100 silver to the goddess. 8, I think it was really nice for them to build an RPG around Triple Triad, which is the real game. It's the best minigame that I've played in like almost anything. I just wish some of the rule changes weren't so fickle. 13 I've never played. 3 I did not like. And 5 unfortunately I did not like either. But I do find your choices to be very, very interesting. A world map level that is all black. You can only move one tile at a time and slowly discover the map. Okay. So it's kind of almost like the final Dark World in Super Mario Bros. 3. Except not quite. But it's kind of got the same concept. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and save here. I don't know how good or bad of progress you really made for about 3 hours and 21 minutes of actual uptime. I will tell you by 3 hours and 21 minutes, I was in my redo of the file. We were outside of the woods of what's the name of that? Of Muriad. We're outside Muriad Woods, so we definitely have a long way to go, but we're also sitting around and making sure we're talking to everybody, going around doing quite a lot of stuff. So Sunday, no stream, as is per the norm. Monday is Marvelous Mototsu, and then Tuesday we'll be back with Lunar 2. Yes, good night, and thank you for stopping by, Arclegate, Destrali as well. Alex, thank you for stopping by earlier. Bear Kidney, appreciate your presence as always. And anybody else to maybe lurking in the background, appreciate your presence here. But yes, so it'll be a little bit of a Lunar 2 break, 3 days from now, so Tuesday we'll be back. We'll have Tuesday, we'll have Wednesday, Friday. Well, I don't even know if we'll have Friday. I'll have to get back to you about Friday. I have to check my calendar. But we'll have at least Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah, 3 hours in, you had gotten Gene. Yeah, I'm quite a bit slower at playing games and doing certain things, particularly because I want to go and talk to people and, try to do a lot more in that regard. I did do quite a bit of grinding in the Spire at the beginning just because I knew I was going to need money. I knew I was going to need money more in this than I was going to need it in Silver Star Story Complete. So I wanted to make sure I had all the money early. So, yeah. But the grinding was definitely a smart play. You were level 19 or 20, 3 hours in, and made it to Gene. Yeah, I must have wasted too much time at the tower then. Damn. Alright, well, you were really efficient with your time then. Alright, well, I will see everybody later, and I bid everyone farewell for now, and we will start the redeemed game Marvelous Mototsu on Monday, barring any more windows issues, which I don't think will happen. So take care, everyone.